So what's with the salt and the sun you guys got going on inside there in your names?
So we're live.
That's not my
Hi,
fault.
chat. How you guys
If I had a
doing?
quarter for every time somebody asked me that, I would have 4 now.
Oh yeah, you're salty. That's right.
I'm gonna leave.
No, you're not. Get back.
I'm gonna walk away.
You're
Why are you
not.
salty?
Now I have 4 quarters.
From a
All those
private
flavors, and you chose to be salty.
It's the only tag I have besides Kaz.
Be a witch. Come on, let's go.
Oh,
Why
I'm
not?
trying to get my own to be cozy.
Yeah, well, you could also be a sun if you join Verdant's server.
I want to
Sunbuns.
be cozy.
Well, then you can be
Be
salty.
cozy. I'm
Wow.
not salty.
You are salty. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome to D&D session 182. I am your hostess, Katharina Game, who is also the dungeon master / GM of this band of misfits. Joining us today, we have Isaac, Abaddon, Verdant, and Red. How are the 4 of you doing today?
Wait.
Doing good.
Yeah. I'm ready
That's
to go.
great. Awesome.
That
I'm looking
21st roll.
hot.
Let's roll.
I'm looking at a lot of things.
Yas Queen Slay.
So when last we left our heroes, they had recently killed a whole bunch of spiders that may or may not have been resistant to radiant energy. Got some living ore from an ancient elemental in deep down in the earth. And they have since brought it back to this forge here, where they are currently standing in front of the Master Forge guy, who appears to have a kind of forge construct next to him. And so at this point, you guys had come in with the ore, and you were kind of giving it to the guy. And he has the forges behind him. They're running. It's super hot in here. And when you put the ore in a thing, it starts to kind of keep it, warm. And it's starting to get heated up even more in this dwarven forge right here. And so at this time, you are looking at the Forge Master. He appears to be a elderly dwarf. He is graying in the beard area on there. He does appear to have a mechanical arm. One of his arms does seem to be replaced with some kind of mechanical thing, but it doesn't seem to be hindering him at all because he's moving it pretty easily. He also has a kind of thing that like you would see jewelers have, but it's on his eyeball, and he's very stocky, and to the side of him you see a kind of what you would assume to be living armor, but it is definitely a construct that seems to just kind of be standing next to the Forge Master right now, as you guys have all of this in here at this time. With everything going on, and you pop in here for the Forge Master, what is everybody doing as you all are kind of heavy breathing because you ran all the way here with this hot metal?
I stand in awe of the Dwarven Forge, because aren't dwarves like the best at forging?
Yes, we are.
Yeah. So it's impressive. Very impressive looking.
Probably just panting because I ran all the way over here.
All good?
Same.
The Forge Master, who goes by the name of Thodok, and he will introduce himself if you haven't spoken to him before. He says, "Hey, I'm surprised you're able to find some down there. Well, I've heard everything from the higher ups, the council, and you're needing to create a artifact of some kind, yes?
Yes.
All right. What kind of artifact are we making?"
Abaddon, give him the wiggle fingers.
Oh, minor illusion.
Instead of Thodok looking at it, you see the Forge construct kind of lean over and stare at your drawing for a second, and then he'll lean back. "Oh,
I
Yes,
did a drawing / minor illusion, yes.
I've seen that before. And he pauses for a long period of time, and Thodok just looks over at him, and oh, yeah, I know how to make the thing with that.
Well, that's kind of good because our friend's soul's tied to the other one, and we'd like not to be used as fuel, and your city be taken over by mind flayers.
I guess.
So no pressure.
Yeah, no pressure at all.
So you guys are kind of staring at these guys, and Bloom, the forged construct over there, Thodok says he goes by Blue, if you're interested in calling him by his name. He has kind of a consciousness, and we try to be really nice to him because he has every blueprint that this forge has ever run through. So try to be nice so he can give us what we need. But first off, thank you for bringing in this living ore. I don't know how much you know about it, but this is a process that's probably going to take a little bit of time to get it mixed into whatever kind of artifact we need here. Living ores is kind of something you have to coax. You can't just beat it into what you want it to be. You gotta let it mold itself, if you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
Well, we're kind of a little bit on a time constraint.
Blue will reply in a kind of calm demeanor. He says, estimated time between 27 and 94 hours, contingent on magical stability and emotional resonance. If we're wanting to change it to where it's not tied to a singular soul, because I'm assuming you want your friend to be freed of it, we'd probably have to integrate the entire kingdom's lifeblood into it, and then it would be a living representation of the entire kingdom. And as long as someone is alive in here, it would probably run indefinitely.
I don't know it would help, but I also have a little bit of magic that would help with one of your major tools if you'd like.
So Thodok will look over you and says, well, perhaps, we're going to see exactly what you need. This is nothing that we can really rush if you want it done correctly and be outstanding. But we have everything in here. We have the ore. It's going to remain hot in the forge because this is fueled by, the hottest substance that we are able to pull from the earth around here. And theoretically, if what Blue is saying is correct, it won't be tied to a single soul, which that was a thing that the ancients liked to do a lot. They like to tie artifacts to souls for some damn reason, and we don't really need to do that anymore. We found ways around that where it can be tied to like a civilization, and as long as that civilization kind of keeps going, then it's good to go, So, it'll be like a true shield kind of thing,
Yeah. Is Blue like really big, or is he like shorter like a dwarf?
He is more like Red's size.
So like, how are his hands? If I obviously wanted to shake his hand, would that be a thing, or is it just like a claw?
Suit of armor. So he does have quote unquote fingers.
I'll offer my hand to him.
Blue will look down at you and shake your hand. He doesn't have a face, so you can't tell his emotions, but he then retracts his hand and sets it back down to his side.
My friend's life is in your hands. If you need help, I would more than gladly help you.
Of course, we will let you know as we continue the steps of creating the new artifact to replace the one that was broken. I do still have all of the blueprints for that original artifact in my database, and we will review that. It'll take a little bit, and then we will start creating the artifact.
Do we have any way that we could possibly check the old artifact and see how long it has left?
If it can be moved, do you know if it can be removed from its location without shattering?
No.
I don't know if it could be moved because right now it's in a podium and we had to activate the podium and its abilities by setting it in there. But we do know the way if a team wants to go down to set up down there.
Hmm. I'd probably be the only one alive, and he chuckles to himself. That would be able to tell that, but I am needed here, so at this time I don't think we'll be able to check it unless you're able to bring it.
I'll roll the dice then.
Um,
Very well.
so Thodok and the construct begin to kind of start working on things, but he will turn back to your party one last time, and he says, listen, there's been a little unrest in the city since you guys have been about. I'm sure you may have noticed a little bit of it. This is going to take a couple days for us to alter the original blueprint and create the item and etch all of the runes into it that needs to happen. I have a small team with me. We're going to get this done as fast as possible, but for that to happen, we need as smooth a process as we can. So if you can help me keep the forge clean, the workers safe, and this damn city quiet, that'd really help a lot. And Blue, with a slight tone of amusement to the side of it, says, Politeness Protocol recommends please assist in safeguarding the forging process. And Thodok will be like, yeah, what he said.
Blue, what's the number one tool that you have for this process? I
What
need
do
to
you
put a mark
mean?
on the one tool that would give you the biggest success rate for this.
Well, everything. We will be working with many tools, as this will require both the forge to heat and refine the ore. It will also take the hammering process, but we usually use multiple hammers for that since there are multiple ones of us on here. So I am unsure what you are requesting at this time.
Kath, a question.
Uh-huh.
Does a forge count as a tool?
For your runes specifically, what is it going to do? Just give them like an advantage on a roll or something?
It actually does a really cool thing. Here, I'll pop it up in the thing for us.
Okay.
Super Forge.
I like how Abaddon's listening to the opera in the background.
Was there opera in the game playing?
I think he means like the browser opera.
I know, but out of context.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. No,
Opera
I had
beat.
hardware acceleration turned on, but my computer was like, "Nuh-uh," and
Mm.
I'm like, "You can suck my freaking
Alright.
butt."
All right, so that popped up. It didn't give me
So
what I was
stupid.
looking for, so I'll just go back and grab it. Essentially, what I'm looking for, the fire rune has two separate abilities.
Uh-huh.
The first rune,
Proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check.
yes,
Uh-huh. He says, how long does it last?
it does not give a duration.
Well, you figure out how long it lasts. Because today isn't going to be the day of the actual forging. Today is going to be the day of the editing of the blueprints. And then day 2, they can actually start forging the item. Because they don't want to ruin the living ore that you brought back.
Okay, so
Oh,
for the tool
from-
part, it
from
does
how-
not give a duration for it. For
Yeah.
the fire chains, it's for the fire shackles restrained for 1 minute.
Yeah, so for the tool, since you can only have so many runes, it would take the place of one of your runes. It's like it's
No,
like
I have all 3 runes.
Yeah, so like I was saying, at certain levels you get more runes. And if you inscribe it onto a tool, that's going to take the place of one of your tools. So if you have the fire rune on your armor,
Yeah,
and
I-
another rune on armor, it would deactivate the one on your armor and to put it on a tool.
I don't have it currently inscribed on me.
Okay.
I just have it. I do not have it. I do not have it engraved right now.
But the
'Cause I
issue
took it-
is, do you have to use that tool to use the rune? Because the way I'm reading this says, for any ability check you make, and you can't just put it on something that they're going to be using.
Okay. Well, if it does not work, then I will retract that then.
Depending though, because I know you are a smith, and they said, so when we actually start the smithing process, if you have your own tool and you can assist us, you can totally do that.
I got to get some new tools. I ruined all my tools getting this up here to you.
Fair.
So, unfortunately, I think the best tool that I have will be an axe to help fight whatever needs to be fought around here.
All right. Well, for now, they are going to focus up and they're going to start working on altering the blueprint so that it is no longer super ancient and that it doesn't require the sacrifice of a single person. So you all have a little bit of time to do, rest and relaxation, quote unquote relaxation. What do you all want to do now while they are doing this?
I would like to gather up the weapons that we borrowed and take them back and get our stuff back so they don't come looking for them and interrupt the process.
Yeah, and obviously find out what the hell's unrest going on with right now.
Also,
Okay.
we're in the city.
Well, we should also report that there's a living elemental at the bottom of the mine, too.
I'm
I
pretty
think
sure
they
they looks back. You guys know there's a living elemental bound down there, right?
The forge construct will be like, yes, I've spoken to him before. He's very quiet.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay. Great.
You didn't fight him, did you?
Of course
No.
not.
Nope.
Okay, good.
We were
Giz-
very respectful.
He gets very
at
cranky
all.
for a few centuries if you fight him.
Did you fight him?
Not recently.
I knew I liked you.
All right, so you all are taking back all of your stuff. So anything that you borrowed from the city, take that back off of your character sheet and replace it with your original items.
Gonna miss you, cool sword.
So I took the deal for a place. Does the rest still have that?
What? What place?
Because I didn't get an. Oh no, the items. Never mind. I thought of a different place. Never mind.
No, I don't think you got anything from the
Different
Dwarven
place.
City.
No. From them I got jack and shit.
Well, you also didn't have anything to trade, so.
I didn't.
There was a
I didn't
high
anything to
supply
trade.
of that.
Yep.
But yeah, so Verdant, you get your original halberd back. Red gets your
Yay.
weapons back. Isaac, you get your original weapon back.
Since I can't really do anything with my rune as we're going, I'll inscribe my fire rune onto my axe. I'm like, okay, at least I can do something.
Okay. That is all good. So you all returned all of that. And you want to try to figure out what the unrest is, correct?
Yep, just find out. Heard things are going bad. What the hell's going on? We were in a cave.
Okay. Who all is interested in finding this thread?
I will in case there's. I just will.
Okay. So I have Red going out, Isaac going out, yes?
Yep.
Abaddon, are you also looking into this unrest?
I will look for the unrest as well.
Okay. Abaddon, were you going with everybody or are you chilling at home? Abaddon, are you muted?
I grab Abaddon by
Yeah,
his
what's up?
ankle and start dragging him with us.
What'd you say?
Abaddon, you're being drug with everybody to find out what the unrest is going on in the city.
Oh, good.
He doesn't even fight anymore. Just okay.
All right.
Tie a rope
like,
around him, put his
hopping.
wings out, and like
I'm
take
not
him
a
as a
kite.
kite.
I'm not a kite.
But you get to read up there.
There's not. I can read while I walk, and it's kind of hard to navigate while I have my wings out. If I were to try to read at the same time. So no, thank
Yeah,
you.
you're right. All right, come on, we're gonna go find things out.
Sure.
All
While
right,
I walk, I'll check on my
so
girl.
all good. So who would like to do some
Investigation.
investigation? Yeah.
That would be me, because I am
I will
was-
assist Verdant so he gets advantage.
Yay! Thank
So
you.
you roll
Um,
2d20s.
Yeah. As a added note, if we need to specifically look for like the guards barracks or anything for like a particular town,
You're
to
not a
know.
guard.
Yes, I am. I
You're
know.
not a
I know
guard
where.
here.
I know where every guard's place and
You
criminal's
are
place is.
you are in a dwarven city that you have never been to before, and they have a different culture than you're used to.
Wait, let me read my thing. I'm gonna double check.
I don't think your thing's gonna save you, bud.
It's less about reading your thing and more of
It's
That's kind of it.
role playing, you know. You're in a city that you could never have been to before.
Yeah. Yeah, it says local laws. All right.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bud. You were the princess's tea party guard.
Listen here.
This
I
is-
was more
this
than
is-
that, but all right. I accept. Either way, I will investigate regardless. I will roll for investigation to see where most of the strife is.
Sorry,
Source.
all I can think of now is just Verdant with a little Verdant with a hat with like a helmet that he made out of like shiny metal he found, like some tinfoil
Oh, sorry.
and a stick.
That was on a 20. All right. I'll take the 17.
Okay. So your party is kind of walking through the city, basically figuring out what's kind of going on with everything. From what you can gather, a lot of people are still sick with everything. It seems that a lot of the people who seemingly started to get better because the issue with the mushrooms was all cleared up, suddenly they all started having kind of crazy dreams, and they're like hallucinating about stuff around the city, and everybody's really jumpy, and a lot of the workers are suddenly, you know, stuck up in their beds or down at the hospital, and nobody really knows what's causing this sickness.
Kath,
Yes.
I'm gonna take the stone out,
What stone?
the stone that we got out of those creatures, and I'm gonna put it up to my ear.
Oh, that
I wanna-
stone.
I want to see if there's bullshit afoot.
You put it up to your ear, and you don't hear it calling anywhere around you. At least not right now. So, at this time, you don't think it has anything to do with that stone.
Alright.
You could just ask Rooney.
Yeah, let's ask Rooney. Or
Right.
you know what? We gotta go turn our stuff in anyways. Let's go talk to the higher ups and see
You've
if.
already done that.
Oh, okay, sorry. Brain's not braining. I don't know, Elise, you're into medical stuff. Any ideas from you?
Usually when people get sick, it's got something to do with where everybody is at a time. Maybe we can find where everyone started getting sick.
Is this also just the kids and the elderly?
No, this is affecting the workers.
The workers that were
Just everybody. Everyone of every age. Like, it seems that everybody
be
is
able
currently affected.
To do a medicine check.
Sure.
Could at least help me with that.
I'll also help.
Then you
I
get
just wanna be-
advantage.
Just one of the advantage.
Oh.
17.
You pull a random person off the street who you don't know
I
and
will
start.
ask before I do this, Kath.
You didn't say that. So you pull a
I didn't
random
think I had to.
person. Who are you going to be testing on?
I will ask.
Okay, then roll me
I will
persuasion.
use my words.
Sure. Let's see if you can persuade someone to allow you to use that medicine check on them.
I almost feel it would have been better just him picking somebody up and just starts like checking them.
Okay, Red. So how do you want to pick up a sick person?
Usually with my hands.
Okay, but you know what I mean.
Oh,
So-
really? Now we know what each other means. Oh, okay. Well, Cass,
Hey,
you
Red,
didn't
what about
roll-
that one? Red, that one looks pretty sick over there.
No, I will ask, like, hey, I'm trying to help.
Yeah.
Can you explain to me your symptoms? See if we can get this figured out.
They actually direct you to a local healing area where a lot of the people are kind of congregated at. They said that the sickest people are over there if you're looking to assist the healers, as there have been a massive influx. So that you kind of get directed into a different area. You go in there, and you do see a bunch of people laying on cots, and a lot of them are like holding their stomachs. And they look very pale. And then they also look kind of sweaty, and very anxious. With
Oh
your
my god. These people have all eaten Arby's recently.
Oh my god. I have my train of thought. Hang on.
It's okay. This isn't as bad as the Taco Bell epidemic.
So you go up to one of the people and you convince them that, hey, you wish to help. You are one of the people who came in. You fixed the issue with the mushrooms. And so you and Elise and Verdant are allowed to peruse the subjects at your leisure to try to figure out what is ailing them. With the symptoms that you are seeing, it appears that they are very sick to their stomach, and they all have a fever. Usually this would be something that was ingested, but nobody knows what it could have been because, no one's changed their diet. They're all drinking and eating the same things each day. They haven't added the mushrooms back into their diet yet because they were obviously bad for a long time. So they were using the good mushrooms that they've had in storage up until this point, and they can't really pinpoint what it is. So at this point, you have normal food and water affecting people in some way.
I'm gonna go up. Is there does any of them have a water skin on them? The people affected.
No, all of their items were probably confiscated or dumped out, or they just
So-
drank them at the time.
So
Hey,
let me get this. Hold on. Let me get this straight. So they've been eating food stores
Yes.
instead. Okay. Are they getting all their food stores from the same place, or is it private food stores?
Oh, it's all from the normal food stores. We don't
Yeah,
have
but
private ones.
what I'm-
That's what she's saying. She's
Okay,
saying,
well-
no, yeah, they all come from the same place. We don't have
Okay.
multiple food stores.
Ah, well, that seems to
Not
be an
like
issue.
not like a store like you go to buy things. Like, is there someone rationing out the food? Right now?
Yes, we do have someone
Okay.
rationing out the food.
Do you have a place also like a giant well, or do you have multiple wells?
All of our water comes clean from the mountain, so we pull it in from the outside and filter it into the city. We actually have runes that help keep it purified along the way.
What do you think, Red? Food storage or runes are messed up?
Underground there was already rune tampering, so it could be that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Honestly, we've got time to kill. We could check both.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's could you tell us where the water supply comes in, where the runes are at? We want to check, make sure they're not messed up, because we have had rune tampering recently.
You might want to go talk to the counselors about that.
All right. Come on, guys.
Hold on, let her finish talking.
That's not really something that I'm used to knowing. Like, I know that it is there, but I don't know where it could be. So, the counselors are usually the ones that keep track of all of that, so they would have where the runes would be, so maybe they could provide you a map or something like that. to help you in
All
your
right.
endeavors. Thank you for letting me speak, mister.
Of course. Look, we're gonna try and do everything we can to help you all out.
Appreciate it. Yes, if you can figure out what's making everybody sick, that would be really helpful because we're getting more and more people.
All right.
I need
To the council for a map.
before we get started. I need to make sure I'm playing Verdant's character correctly.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
Hey, Verdant, do you have your ability to heal people with your hands?
Yeah. I got lay on hands.
Would you hit this person? Is this one of the sick people I'm talking to? Would you hit this person with a lay on hands, please?
You are next to a sick person, but you were talking technically to a nurse at that time. But yes, there is a sick person here that you were perusing.
Sure. I'll go
I
ahead.
need you to spend 5 points, please.
5 points. Going in.
Okay.
All right, and I do so.
So, Kath, because he did that, he can pick a disease or a poison.
He can.
Whoa.
Yeah. So he can pick up to 1 disease and up to 1 poison,
Oh, that's so cool.
and he can cure multiple diseases and neutralize multiple poison with a single use of hands, spending points separately for each one. Now, we don't know how many is affecting them, so let's just shoot a disease.
Let's do it. Okay. Blast it.
So, using his ability, does he have to pick a disease or is it random?
So it wouldn't be random. Basically, he can use a pool to cure a target of a disease or poison that's affecting
Just one of
it.
the ones they got, I think.
He just has to pick.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing disease. And if disease doesn't work, they could be poisoned. And
Yeah.
if disease does work, then they know more about what we're dealing with.
That is brilliant. Oh my god.
As I watch Red just pick up Verdant and jumpstart some poor person.
Yeah. It's 200 IQ right there. Nice.
Okay, so Verdant, you go over to this person who is sick on the bed, and you spend your 5 points to heal them. And you choose disease to see if you can cure them of disease. And you stand there for a little bit, and they say, I don't really feel any better. My stomach still hurts so bad.
Can you do it again with poisons?
Yeah, I look to Red with my eyes wide open. All right. And I pump another 5 points and cure or neutralize poison in their body.
Okay. With your next 5 points that you spend on them and cure the poisons that seemingly are in their body, they say it takes them just a second while the energy kind of seeps into their body, and they say, hey, my stomach and my headache are starting to fade away. Oh,
No way. All right.
All right. So
Poison.
I'm just stop it. Hold on. I am not going to let the person know what was going on because I don't want to cause a panic of the citizens thinking they're being poisoned. It's like, all right, we're gonna do everything we can to help you out. Thank you for talking with me.
yeah, sure. Did
Wait,
he say
wait.
something?
No, I was just deducing what I think it might be, but it's not confirmed.
We're gonna find out for sure, and we'll get this taken care of.
Okay, thank you. Very, very kind.
Take it easy for the rest of the day, though, just to be sure.
Of course. I'm gonna just sit here and then relax. Maybe eat something.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys head on out to the council hall.
First, we will discuss with ourselves and make sure everybody in the party is aware. Hey, these people are being poisoned, where we can't be heard by the populace.
I just look at Red. Water supply.
It could be either one. More
Well,
than
it's hitting
likely,
the
the
wa-
water. Well, so hold on. It could be the water supply, but they're also all eating from the same area. They said there's multiple runes with the water supply, so they had to have hit every single rune along the way. Which, the more moving parts you have to a plot, the more likely something has a chance to break down.
I was thinking water most because they said it was mostly the workers doing it. If it was the food, it would be the elderly and the children too. the workers consume more water, so maybe it's something that's so low that has to build up.
Maybe.
Hmm.
Also,
Either
Alright.
way,
I'm going to be very clear since Isaac's going to look around. This may be my own prejudice. I do not trust the Darakar.
Mm.
what was that council member?
Yeah,
Oh.
that now I'm not making a stink about it because I understand I have my own prejudices and my own bias. I mean, I fought a war against their kind. I understand when I could be wrong.
Well, I want you to put something into perspective for you. This dwarven city is being poisoned. That's very hard to do.
You would
That
need a
does
lot of
take a
you would need a lot of time and a lot of pull.
and a lot of poison.
For those that aren't in the know, dwarves are, they have resistance to poison, kinda. So,
Yeah, it's actually hard to poison a dwarf.
it is really hard to poison dwarves.
It's almost like you would need somebody that knows dwarves specifically.
Ooh.
Well, unfortunately, Isaac, I've done a lot of studying of monsters. There's a lot of monsters that hold your people in contempt.
Because we're awesome.
And that's sure, but no.
I kind of make myself feel a little bit better, all right?
So you all make your way to the Dwarven Throne Hall, and you are obviously let in as you did succeed on your mission. I know you already turned in your weapons and everything, so they are kind of like, "Hey, what's going on?"
So I'll step forward respectfully. Like, so we heard about some unrest going on in the town. People are getting sick, and we figured out what it is. It's a poison.
Poison.
Yes.
Kath, I'm watching the Duragar for that very
Oh, I am too.
specific
I am
moment.
too.
I will also, yeah.
Why does everybody hate my poor little guy?
It's not that we. Oh, hold on. It's the opposite.
Go ahead and give me your insights. Go on.
Oh.
Insight check.
Like, my insight's dog shit, so I'm not going to see anything.
Crap.
Yep, that's about what I figured.
Are you guys fucking kidding me right now?
Are you kidding me? With a +7 to the D4, I got 14.
These things happen.
It's awful. It's awful.
Shit, I got one of the lights in my eye.
All right. It is very shiny in here.
Yeah,
So-
it is.
Sorry, I haven't been around Dwarven architecture in a while.
Okay.
So we had two lines of thinking. One, we did not let the regular people know about the poison because we don't want to cause a panic. But all these people are getting food from the same area and water from the same area, so maybe one of those two.
All right. Agram, who is the leader of the council, he's the guy that stands up, the one in the middle. He says, "Okay. Now, this pandemic that has been coming in, it's only happened within the last 24 hours. Do you think that something you did to the mushrooms could have caused a backlash?"
From what I know,
Well,
the mushrooms
they've been
weren't
avoiding the mushrooms.
poisonous. They were corrupt, yes, but I don't think the mushrooms were
Well,
necessarily poisonous.
if you ate the bad mushrooms, you would get sick. But the people we've talked to have been avoiding the mushrooms for some time. They've been eating other food stalls. So, what other foods are you guys eating besides mushrooms?
We have fish that's homegrown. Usually we dry it and salt it. And just edible rocks, usually kind of sweet, that we have.
Rocks?
Oh yes, it's just like candy that we're able to pull up. It's something that we grow ourselves.
Yeah, rock
Is-
candy.
Isaac,
Yeah,
you
rock
never told
candy.
me you ate rocks.
It's rock candy. It's mostly sugar.
Ah.
I will shush Verdant because calling dwarves rock eaters is an insult to them.
It really is.
It's
Can I do an intimidation for a glare at Verdant?
I mean, that's between your two characters.
Oh no.
Verdant, shut up. That's a slur.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
I sear my eyes into his soul.
Oh my god. All right.
So, if possible, we heard that there were runes that purify your water as it comes in.
Mm-hmm.
We'd want to check on those to see if they've been tampered with.
Very
Yeah,
well.
is
We
your
would
fish
also-
also attached to that?
Well, the fish are held in the water that comes in, but they wouldn't be connected directly to it, no. If that's what you're asking.
Yeah, I was wondering if the water supply coming in. I know you have to get the water to the fish, so I didn't know if it
Yes.
was directly
Uh,
connected.
So, Kath, quick
Yes.
question.
Mm-hmm.
So now that we know it's a poison, with my
Yes.
17 medicine, would I be able to
Mhm.
identify the poison?
Not unless you can know what the poison came from. Because all you know is that it is something they ingested, so it could be food or water. And since you don't have which one it is, you can't narrow it down just yet.
Okay.
Could we please have a map to know where your waterways and your food stock is?
You
Or
want
do you want
us...
someone to go with us instead?
That would be better. We trust you. We just don't want to give away all of our...
We understand.
secrets.
We're not taking offense to it. We want to help by causing as least amount of unease as possible.
All right. He'll look over to the other council members, and he will look over at. Hold on.
You know which one I want,
Hold on.
Kath.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Where's the? Where's my guy? Hold on. He looks to Velna, Ironstrong Velna. She is this one over here, the redhead. From what you remember of her, she is the caretaker of the people. She's the one that helps protect like the citizens. She's in charge of the food supplies and things like that. So she knows exactly where the water comes from, and probably where all of the runes are. And so she will stand up and be like, "Okay, yes, of course, I will take you to where they are, and then we can inspect them for any kind of tampering if that's what you're looking for." So are we doing water or food first? Do you want to go to the food stores? Do you want to go to the water?
Let's do the water first because the water leads to your food.
Okay. Abaddon, what are you doing during all of this?
I was definitely not passing out in my chair.
Oh my gosh. Are you caught up on what's going down?
Mostly, I was partially listening.
Man, it's the big CP right now.
I am, dude.
Long story short, Verdant almost did a dwarven slur in front of everyone, and
And then
Listen,
we're gonna go
Adam.
check on the runes and the water supply and make sure that the food isn't poisoned and then all that stuff because they think it might be an inside job. What we do.
Verdant got a
fair-
message on the top
I-
corner of his
I
HUD
got
that
the-
told him that everybody disliked that.
I got the,
Well, I
I
never
got-
saw Isaac
I-
eat that.
I got the majority of it, so don't worry.
Okay.
I was just like slumped over in my chair, eyes closed.
Passing
Ava
out
Grove has a
bit.
spicy version of it.
I was gonna ask to take like a pause before the game started to go just lay down for 10 minutes, and you're like, we're starting. I'm like, well, can't do that.
You should
To
have
be fair,
asked
Abaddon,
faster.
if you lay
Well,
down for
you
10
said
minutes,
I'm
you're
already
out.
starting.
You're gone.
No, I'm not. I set a timer for those things.
All right.
We're doing
Onward!
D&Ds around the corner.
Onwards to water.
All right,
So,
so
I
you
might need an intermission later.
you need intermission. Okay,
Maybe
we'll
at some
see.
point, yeah.
We'll see. So you are taken to where where the water comes in. Hold on, let me get you your map. Hold on, let me just throw that in here. And I gotta put all your characters in there because I totally haven't done that yet. Hang on. Not in the water. Oops. Hang on. I didn't throw you in the water. You're not inside the water. Hang on. Hang on. Nobody panic.
You know what we're gonna do.
Nobody panic. Okay. And then I need this to not be crazy. Hang on. Lighting token vision. I forgot to update that. There we go. Okay. Perfect. All right. So, you guys are in here. And this is where all of their water comes from. This is pure water from outside that is filtered into the city. So this is the location.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Is this where the fish are at too? Or is this where it leads?
This is where the water comes from to go to the fish. So this is the original source.
Okay.
Excellent.
I will turn to the hip hop NPC one.
What?
Your
Oh,
type-
did they change her? Wow, what the frick? Why did it change her name?
It's just beatboxing over there.
Kind of like this place, Red.
Let me just...
The jams, the Jimmy Jams.
There you go. I fixed it.
Nice.
What the heck?
That's
So,
funny.
I can summon a friend of mine that can go into the water, and I can ask him if it feels any different, if you're okay with that.
I mean, sure. Do you have ways to test if things are poisoned?
Kind of. It's less scientific and more, let's see if this hurts me.
I don't know. Verdant, do you got anything that detects poison and disease?
Let me check.
Or Abaddon?
Or Abaddon, do you have anything that detects
I'm
poison or
looking.
disease?
I'm looking.
Also, Red, could you, when you do, would you be able to tell me what kind of fish they are? I've heard stories of people getting sick from some kinds of fish from eating too much of it.
I mean, when I see the fish, but I'm going to be talking to a shark.
Ah,
I can just
oh,
press
hey, it's
digitation,
Sharky. I haven't seen him in a while.
I'm gonna
Uh,
press digitation.
yeah, I don't have it prepared, so I would have to rest to
Son, we're gonna have a real long conversation about what you should prepare
listen.
because it seems to be a running pattern.
Listen,
Well,
I'm not.
She
I'm
said
not a
that
wizard.
I could. I'm going to summon Mr. Bitey in the water.
Okay. So you summon your shark into the water.
It's a shark. Do.
Oh yeah, I
pet
named
shark,
him
Red?
Turtle.
It's a shark named Turtle.
It's not. So,
What size is he?
a small size beast.
Okay, then he's the right size. Okay, cool.
So, I'm going to ask him
Oops.
to swim around and feel the water, see if you notice any corruption coming anywhere. If you find anything, come back to me.
Okay. I'm right on that. So your shark's gonna go in there. You can roll him investigation while you all vibe up here on the surface.
Alrighty, let me. Really wish it was an investigation, though.
Well, 5th
Because
edition doesn't
he's-
have search.
Yeah, I know. He's a 4 intelligence.
Kath, I'm gonna breathe in. Do I smell? Does the area smell metallic?
Let's let Red roll first.
All right. All right, buddy. 6.
Nervous
I would-
turtle. Okay, so he's gonna be doing that for like 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, I've got him for an
so-
hour, so
So what's everyone else doing while Sharky is looking around at stuff?
I would like to breathe in and see if the area smells metallic.
I mean, you can do a perception check if you would like.
Yes, let's burn all my dice because I am defenseless with perception. Boop.
What do you want from me, bro?
Can I help him?
I want my score to give me above a -1.
I
Can
mean,
I help him?
if he asks for it.
Okay.
I'll take the help.
So you see Isaac put his nose up into the air and he goes,
while Mr. Bitey's swimming around, is there a rune nearby we can look at? We would like to check we'd like to check as many of them as we possibly can.
Yeah, sure. So one person at a time. So Abaddon, that's what you see Isaac doing. How do you want to help him?
That's a great
If
question.
you have a higher perception, you might just want to do it yourself.
I mean, I kind of do, but I don't know. Can I just detect magic?
Do you want to do detect magic while helping Red?
Sure.
Because he's gonna go look at the runes.
Yeah, I'll go do that with them.
Okay. Verdant, what are you doing while all of that's going down?
I'm gonna talk to Velna and see if she knows if she suspected anything suspicious with the Duragar.
The who?
The Duragar, one of the council members that was sketchy. I'm just gonna ask her if she knows anything suspicious aside
You're
from
gonna ask the council member, "Hey, do you trust that other council member?"
I'm just gonna ask her if she noticed anything like suspect about any activities,
Okay.
anyone's activities around her.
You hold that thought. Let me go back to Red and Abaddon because you're opening a worm bag. So
Worm bag.
Red, Abaddon, you both are shown to where like the runes are, and you can kind of see them. They are etched all along the edges on here. Abaddon, if you want to do your detect magic, you can do that while you and Red are inspecting all of the runes.
Yep.
While you're going around, go ahead and give me an investigation check for the both of you. And whoever wants to roll can roll at advantage as you are using detect magic and doing all of that stuff.
So, Abaddon, what's your intelligence?
+5 to investigation.
Okay, you can have that. You can do that.
Makes sense, yeah.
Oh no.
Oh,
It was on a
geez.
natural 20, dude, for so long, and it was like,
Oh my god.
All right.
Magic. What's with our investigation checks today?
I don't know. I never tested my dice yet today.
Well, that would be the problem, wouldn't it?
I never had a chance to.
Well,
Tragic.
you guys are looking around, trying to see if you see anything strange going on. Of the runes that you have been inspecting, you don't really see anything strange about them. With your detect magic and finding them, they don't seem to be altered in any way. They are still purifying the water as intended, and so you don't find anything out of place. While you're doing that, Verdant, you go up to the dwarven council member Velna. Do you
Yeah.
remember the person's name you're asking about?
I remember he was in the Golden Throne, so I know exactly where he was sitting.
Okay. They've said his name a lot. Do you remember it?
Can I check my notes?
Of course you can.
Okay. Her. Well, I lost my note text file. God damn it. I forgot what it was called. Um,
Okay, so
crud.
just role play
Well,
this out for me. How would
yeah,
you ask her about somebody whose name you have forgotten?
yeah, the intention isn't to accuse anyone in particular anyway. It's just
Ah,
to ask her if she herself has seen or suspected anyone that could have poisoned the water wells.
okay. So you're wanting to go in a general sense, like who could have done this kind of thing, instead of
Yeah, like
naming anybody.
who? Yeah, exactly. Who would she suspect would carry the amount of poison it would take to properly poison a population of dwarfs as they are resilient to poison? Like it would
Okay,
take a lot of poison. So
that
I don't know if she
is
has any leads or anything on that.
sure. Go ahead and roll me persuasion as you are attempting to talk to her and maybe get some information out of her.
All right. Yeah, 22.
Okay. So with your 22, you and her are kind of chatting over here. Isaac, you can hear all of this because Red and Abaddon are walking all around, right?
Yeah.
Marco and Elise are kind of together, and they are also looking around the place as well. So they're not directly next to it, but you are nearby because you're just trying to smell the air. You don't smell anything metallic, but you are kind of eavesdropping a little bit.
Yeah.
So as Verdant, you are talking to her, and you are just being like, nonchalant about it, like, hey, this is weird. What could have happened? And she says, well, I'm not entirely sure. I know that, last year or so there was some construction in here. There was, uh, you know, uh, we needed to re-up our runes in here, and since we didn't have access to a lot of the help from the mages we did back in the day, we did a lot of this by hand, but everything seemed to work just fine. It's been a year since we've kind of done anything in here. That's really all of the construction. So as far as like somebody tampering with things, like, I don't know if it's been a long time standing, you would think it would have affected us before now.
Yeah, that's true. Uh, Last year, who do you remember, or could you please tell me who managed these ruins in particular at the time?
Oh, we had some rune contractors. I think most of the contractor stuff around the city fell to Thrain. He is usually the one that took care of like buildings and a lot of the like construction stuff around the city, so it would have fallen to him at that time.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so this would be worth bringing up maybe to him on whom could
If
have.
we find anything, but I mean, if we can't find anything, there's nothing to bring up, right?
Yeah, that's true. All right, I appreciate it.
Am I getting anything different on any of these runes, Kath?
With your investigation, you're not finding anything. You're about halfway through the
Detect
room
magic.
now. I know. So you're about halfway through the room now as you're kind of investigating everything. It's a slow go because of your low roll. So Isaac, that is what you're hearing that Verdant and this lady are talking about.
Trying to remember which one was Thrain.
I don't know. What do your notes say?
Let me look at my non-existent scribbles.
I got you, bro. Let me scroll up to where we
Abaddon
met them.
GPT. What do I got?
Thrain Ember Mantle, Master of Infrastructure, oversaw city repairs and mining and fix. Person.
So which
That's what I
one
have.
was that? Do you remember on the throne?
Yeah, which one was that?
Was that like the middle guy or?
I think you.
Abaddon, I'll translate. They want to know which one's the Durgar.
Oh my god.
He didn't write that down.
Isaac,
I,
check your
I didn't
phone.
write down their ethnicity on here.
God damn it! All right.
I do
I'm
know
not
the main
saying it
council
was him.
person's
It's just not
Agrim,
just
so
saying it
I
wasn't
don't
looking
think
good for him.
Agrim's the middle one.
Okay.
So
Who's
not him.
It's not okay. It's not Agrim.
So it's not Agrim. It's not Velna.
So there's 2 left then.
Brock
three left.
Throw
3 left.
is the forge man who mines precious ores. Is he on the right?
I'm not helping you.
He is
I'm not
so
asking you.
his seat is on
One.
he's one to the right from their side, but when we were looking at it's one to the left.
Oh, okay. Cool.
One to the left.
Uh,
It might be the forge guy then, maybe.
yeah. Because the Durgar was on the golden throne, which was to our left. So. All right. I wish I could just
Yeah,
politely
I
ask.
love that everybody in the group just went, Isaac doesn't like him. You know what? He is kind of shifty.
Yeah. Because he was nervous. I mean, that is a tell
For what?
for concocting plans, Kath.
We're
And
just
hiding.
nervous.
Saying the
What
man's
the
slimy.
frick did I type?
I don't know. So Red, as you and Abaddon are kind of like going around this place there, Bitey comes up to you. That is his name, Bitey, right?
Yeah, it's Mr. Bitey.
Mr. Bitey, okay. So Mr. Bitey comes up to you and Abaddon and he goes, "Hey, I don't feel anything strange here. But just, so you know, it looks like all of this water's pumped out. So, maybe this place is good, but I also can't fit through any of those holes. So I can't go any
Ooh.
deeper."
The filtration plant.
Okay.
Perhaps.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Bitey.
Yeah, can I swim some more or am I have to go now?
Oh, take as much time as you want. You can swim
Sick.
here your entire time.
Awesome, thanks. He'll dive back down.
Miss you, buddy.
little
Shark
shark
kiss.
kisses under the water.
I fucking love Mr. Bitey.
All right, so you guys are finished looking through all the runes here. You don't see anything strange on them at this time. As you finish your way around.
So I will let know. Like, okay, so the source here is clean.
Hmm.
Great.
So
The only other places where the water comes in from.
well, that's the thing. It's good here. So we need to go further downstream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
So we heard primarily it's the workers that are getting sick.
Yeah. Where's is there
Where
a
does like their water come from?
yeah? Is there a centralized area that a lot of the workers get their water from?
Well, all of the water is kind of pumped into the city and then spread out throughout everywhere through pipe systems. I don't know if you have those in your cities, but we pipe everything where we need to go. We could go to any location and pull water from it. We could even go to the inn that you're staying in and drink the water there to check it out,
As long as your
Sure.
pipes are not lead.
Sure.
No, why would we use lead? That's dumb.
Exactly.
All right.
Okay.
Do you have like filtration plants aside from
No, we just use the runes.
the runes? Okay.
Runes are best. Runes keep
Guys,
everything
Guys, I can't
clean.
go. You don't have this session up on YouTube. I can't freaking watch it back. I was gonna look at the session where you told everything about the people.
I hate
Every
cheating.
session's up on YouTube. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't see it.
I'm
don't see
sorry.
it.
I only see up to 100 session 169 on your VOD stream.
I don't know what to tell you, buddy. It's all there. Why are you
Well,
trying to
it's-
cheat in the middle of a game session?
I'm not. I'm going to my
Jeez.
notes. These are my notes, Cav.
Wow, I see.
Wow.
Wow, yeah, it's not there.
Oh, I know why I don't have my notes, because I typed it while I was at I was on Cat's computer. That explains everything.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. Gosh dang
Yeah,
it.
when you were down there for that one time.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
why you use Google Docs.
Yeah, you right.
Access from anywhere.
True that. Yeah, well.
Well, that sucks. I can't be cheating and looking back. Frick. How dare you, Kath?
They're there, my guy. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know about that. I not seen it. I not seen it. They
If
ain't
you- if-
there.
I gave you the link to the literal list, and it pops up the playlist with every single one.
What the frig?
Anyway, so you guys have checked this area out. Where would you like to go next? Do you want to go to an inn, check the water just randomly in the city? What do we want to do?
To the inn.
If we happen to come across as we're going,
Mm-hmm.
if we happen across any water barrels or anything like that, I would like to stop and see if we can figure out if like one of those random sources is poisoned.
Okay, so like still water? You're checking still water?
Yeah, like if we're going by, and I don't know the layout of this place, so it may just be stupid. If we happen to go past the place that is serving water or has like a water barrel or something, I would see if that water's poisoned if I could.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's easy enough. So when you're passing a place, you check the water supply there. It seems fine. You don't seem to really have any issue with the water in the barrel. Let's just throw you into a random locale. This is a small warehouse that you guys kind of sit into. There is
Sorry.
random sound going on in the background. Please ignore that.
Did we find anything on the runes? Just no, sorry.
You did not find anything different about them. No, all
So
the runes here are
weren't different
clear.
in magic. They were all the same.
All of the runes here are clear.
These bugs?
Okay. Like at the water place, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I don't think the rats are there.
This is just a cool map. There's no rats.
Wiggly rats.
Is there any? No, they didn't say that. You said that there's no private stocks of fish, so
No.
This is a really cool map.
So you go into this location and you check some of the water in here, and the water in here is fine, but it's also not running water. These are just waters from barrels.
okay.
This room does have some of the stores of foods in it that was, divvied out to the citizens. This is just one of the small warehouses where the food comes from. You can check the food here if you want. That is why Valena brought you here.
Yeah.
Do I see anything?
What are you looking for?
I would start to look for any signs of tampering.
I'll also help with that, with the investigation.
Well, Isaac already rolled.
Oh.
But if you want to investigate the food and everything, do you want to
Yeah.
eat it?
Well, I'm immune to disease. So
So he's just gonna be having a snack.
Isaac,
just
you can investigate if you desire.
Yeah.
For Isaac's roll, you look around and you're not sure what this place would have looked like before. You don't see anything crazy, like you don't see any scratches on the barrels or anything like that, like somebody has ruffled their way inside. Everything seems normal wear and tear.
Wear and tear.
Red
I
and
see
Abaddon?
Verdant doing things. I'll try to investigate too.
Okay.
Does that mean I roll again, or
Nope. You got your one roll.
Yep, that's about right.
Oh my god. I can't believe it.
All right, so Red, Abaddon, Isaac, and Verdant are ruffling around this area. What are you guys doing?
I'm looking at the VOD.
No, you're paying attention to the game. What are you guys doing?
I'm doing both. I'm just gonna look around for anything that looks spoiled or rotten.
So somebody said the rats aren't there. Are they actually not there?
They're not there.
Okay.
They're just this scene, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, because if they were, I'm like, hey, I'm talking to one of them.
They're not actually there. It's just the scene.
Okay.
Sorry.
So this is where the water's at.
This is where the food is at. She brought you through this place because it had stores of water and stores of food.
Okay. I would like to. Do you mind if I try just a little bit of it to basically I'm wanting to taste test it, be like, all right, is there something funky with this?
Of course, go ahead. Taste whatever you need.
Okay. I take very small bits just to. I'm okay if I get sick.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I can handle it. I'd rather figure out what's going on here first.
Sure. Abaddon, do you try any?
I don't know. I am a cook, so I wouldn't know the difference of food tastes.
Sure.
Yeah, he'll partake as well with red. He'll taste that stuff with red.
Okay. So you both take a couple small bites of whatever it would be, and you kind of put it on your tongue to taste it, and instantly you feel a super bitterness on your tongue, and it is insanely salty. Like, you can barely taste the fish with how much salt they actually put on this fish. And you look inside, and they have preserved all of their fish in basically just salt.
Okay. So, survival check. Did they do it right?
Survival check me.
Good.
I will help assist you, Red.
Okay, then I will roll advantage with 20. Okay, 20.
20. It seems that they took the raw fish and they just basically had like a container of salt and shoved the raw fish inside. They didn't cook it first. And so it is just a thing full of what was raw fish that has now been soaked in salt, and the salt sucked all of the moisture out of it, and so you have dried out raw fish. You just ate raw fish.
Okay, so I'm like, all right, so part of your problem is this hasn't been preserved correctly.
Well, we cook it once we're ready for it.
You have to cook it before.
It's never affected us before.
It's never affected you guys before, just eating raw fish like this.
Well, we cook it.
Yeah, but it's not good now.
Well, we cook it and then we add other spices to it. Like
We're
mushrooms.
kind of hardy like that.
Is it a different type of fish? Like, what type of fish is this?
You look at it and it's got like a lighter color to it. Like, it's not exactly the same species, but you'd say maybe tilapia.
Okay. So
small fish.
Okay. So they're saying that like it hasn't affected them before.
Nope.
Just salting it isn't enough.
Again, we cook it before we eat it.
Yeah, but it's... okay.
In fairness, I think he's right.
Well, we can check into it, of course. That's how we were advised to store it.
Who advised you?
Some contractor.
Okay.
Whenever the mushrooms started going bad, we had a contractor who taught us how to do it this way.
So to properly preserve something like this, you
go
need
into a spiel about it.
Yeah. Oh, myself and Red knows how to do this. So when
Okay.
you're cooking it, you want the meat to be high enough on there where it's being warmed just enough where it wouldn't hurt your hand if you put it at food level. And it
Mhm.
takes several hours to do it, but that will dry it out properly and smoke it. Then you could salt it to preserve it longer. But doing it like
Mm.
this will start making people sick.
About how long do you think it would take to make people sick?
It could vary. Dwarves are a hardy people,
You are
We are.
pretty hardy. You are
so
correct.
it could build up over time.
All right. Well, I will pass
And,
along
like,
that.
I know this enough. Would this could be considered like poisonous to eat it like this?
For if you're not a dwarf, yes, 100% it would be very poisonous. But
So probably
Dwarves
building up
are-
over time.
building up over time, but it wouldn't be enough to cause the symptoms of everybody here happening at the same time.
Okay, so this isn't what's doing it, but this will cause problems further down the line. So that's one problem taken care of.
Hmm.
But not the
You
main
said it was
problem.
a contractor?
Yes, we hire people throughout the city to contract different things, and one had been a fisherman at one point, so they
And,
taught us how to do it.
Who was it that's
I'd have
like
to
you
look
guys
in
get
the
little
notes.
sections, but like who governs the contractors?
The
I assume there's some kind of guild. We do like making guilds.
right. Yes, there is a guild that is over all of that. If you are looking for the member who is ahead of all of that, usually I take care of the food, and then there's also our contractor guy Thrain. He usually helps with some of that too if we're ever falling behind. He's been kind of in everything in the city, trying to help us survive when we got cut off from the royal city, you know. So
Trying to remember which one was Thrain.
All right,
I'm bad with names.
Hold on, I would say I'm really bad with names. Can you remind me which one was Thrain?
oh, he's the one that sits on the other side of Agram.
To the left or the right?
Oh, I'm the one to the right.
Okay,
That's why I
The-
said
so
the
the-
other
the-
side.
the Duragar is Thrain.
Well, yeah, if you have to say it like that.
Well, I'm bad with names.
Mm-hmm.
And he's
Was
been into
there-
everything.
Well, yeah, he's been helping the city a lot for the last couple of years.
Mhm.
Do you show your disdain, Isaac? Like visibly to where I can insight check your disdain? I'm just asking.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, you can.
Can Isaac roll for racism?
No. It's the disdain that I'm looking for. If you're trying to hide it at all, would a 13 see through that, or
If
I
he's
don't
trying,
know.
if he's
I
trying
got
to
a
hide
deception here.
it'd be a deception check.
yeah, if you're trying to hide it, roll me a deception check. Nope. So she kind of gives you a look, Isaac, and she says, you have an issue with our councilman.
I do, but I try not to let it cloud my judgment.
He's been a
That's-
very good man. He has helped a lot of children.
Let's just say it's hard
Mm.
to see old enemies in a new light.
All right. Shall we go
But
test the water next? She's like trying to change the topic.
So if anybody's curious, there's a reason why I was taken over for a lot of the talking, because I knew it was only a matter of time for Isaac shows that part. I've been trying to me and Isaac traveled together for a few years before we joined Spark. I know his war stories.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, I want to point out beforehand, we're not pointing fingers.
Mhm.
I want to reiterate that before we go much further. That's not what we're trying to do here. We're here to solve a problem.
Solving a problem would be the best, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's check some water supplies.
Let's check some water supplies. You all, I'm assuming, go to the closest one to this location and drink some of the water from it, yes?
Yes.
Who all drinks the water?
Not me.
You already tasted the raw fish.
I did, but I didn't want. I don't want.
He
anything
learned
else.
his lesson.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not tasting it, Verdant, or you are tasting it?
I'm only immune to disease, but not poison, right? So I could drink it and potentially be poisoned. Sure, yeah, I'll drink it.
Okay. Isaac, are you drinking any of the water?
It would be kind of pointless for me to drink it.
Okay. So Red and Verdant, you guys are drinking the water for me, yes?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, not Verdant. It's not gonna. Not Verdant. It won't help.
So
Yeah,
you
but-
see Verdant take out his cup and try to get some water, and you slap his hand out of the way?
No, I'm just like Verdant. I think your particular blessings just make it to where you're just drinking water, buddy.
All right.
You could try if you want to.
No, you raise a good point.
Can you be poisoned?
I'm only immune to disease. I don't think it says.
Ah, well,
poison.
fuck it. Bottom up.
All right, I'll drink two.
I will
I
drink
have
some.
my spell ready for lesser restoration, so we're good.
If you want to waste it on that, sure.
It's not a waste. We're saving
If
lives.
I get poisoned,
I need you both to roll me Constitution saving throws, please, versus poison.
Oh yeah, I'm the con guy. Let's see.
Every time you say that, you fail.
Mm-hmm.
so
I'm
I'm gonna be away from Verdant
Okay.
because I think I want to fail. 9.
I'm
All
too
right.
much of a
So,
con guy.
Verdant, you drink it, and I mean, it tastes fine. It's a little sweet, you know. It's you don't really notice anything strange going on with it. Red, you step away from Verdant, and you take a sip, and you instantly feel something like almost slither down your throat. You
Mother. No, go
you
on,
feel
please.
something hit your stomach, and this water that you've taken a sip of, it's almost like a rock starts forming in your stomach. Give me a perception check to see,
Okay.
just like look at this water.
15.
After taking a drink of it and feeling extremely sick of whatever this is in your stomach, you look at it with a little closer eye to it, and you see a residue on top of the water, almost like a kind of rainbowy hue. There's something on the water. You can't tell exactly what it is, but there is something on this water that wasn't in the lake that you all were at before.
Okay. Well, now that I see the source, could I try my survival check to identify it now?
Sure. I mean, you would guess that it's maybe some kind of potion, but you are unable to verify exactly what kind.
So less than like trying to find what kind, could I identify that it came from a plant or an animal? Like maybe not be able to identify exactly what it is, but could I like, okay, this is a poison bit, or this is from a creature?
You would guess that this is from a creature.
Okay.
So
So from a-
while all of this is going on, Verdant, you took a big old gulp. You seem fine. Go
Yep.
ahead, Red.
Refreshing.
Verdant, I'm gonna need a cure.
Oh, I got you. So
You spend you can spend 5 points to cure me.
okay, sounds good. Lay on hands.
All right.
Wow.
I will point out like that residue right there's what's doing it. This stock's been poisoned. I think this is product of a creature, whether it be harvested or not. But there's something messed up with this water.
What the heck? All right, so it's someone who has access to these warehouses then.
I'm gonna check my stone again.
You still don't hear anything out of your stone. Sorry, Isaac. Abaddon?
I'm just watching.
No, they're asking, like everybody's
Oh.
talking about the stuff now, so
So I can't pinpoint what creature could do this, but this is definitely harvested. Like this is deliberate.
Hmm.
So what I said.
Let me look.
How's your stock of antitoxins? I know it's silly talking to a dwarf about antitoxins.
well, usually we just go to Rooney if we have anything super bad, but that's rarely ever been an issue. So no, probably none.
Okay, so someone's poisoning your water supply. I'm gonna take.
Brad,
Yeah.
I got that feeling.
Hmm.
I think somebody's gonna fuck with the forge.
Okay. Isaac. Abaddon, Isaac, would you two mind going to the forge and staying there?
Sure.
About it.
Do
Verdant.
you?
And Elise and Marco, would you go with them too, please?
Of course.
We're gonna do something really cool called splitting the party.
Nice.
Okay.
It's a real neat trick. You don't. Sometimes you can't even pull it off twice in a row.
Does this mean we get to think of team names?
No.
No, not like that.
Oh.
I want, because all three of us have healing capabilities, I want us to be on the front lines helping people out here. I want those three to watch over the forge because this feels like deliberate sabotage, and we've seen evidence of sabotage here before.
Huh. I just wonder how frequent it is, because if it's frequent enough, maybe we can stake out locations where it's happening.
Could be years.
So
Poisoning
that-
dwarves is not an easy thing.
yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
and these have already been treated. How long would it take to collect new water entirely, ma'am?
I mean, we would just have to flush the system and then pull the water from the clean source, right? Because we already verified all the water over there is clean.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to do that or who makes that call.
Yeah, I can make that call.
I'm gonna take one of my vials, and I'm going to collect as much of this residue as possible.
Okay.
I want a sample.
Okay.
If she's okay with that.
Hey, Isaac, roll me an intelligence check.
Oop.
And yes, Red, of course, you can collect that.
Okay, I will collect a sample.
Hey,
Oh, nice.
Isaac, you do a lot of forging. You do remember that water is a big source of things that you use at the forge. For various things.
The water at the forge could be tainted.
Is there a way to flush out forge water?
I mean, flushing out all the water should do it in its entirety. Abaddon, give me an Arcana check.
I'm going to intentionally take a little bit of what's poisoned, put it on my finger, and put it in my mouth. Was this tainted with forge water?
You wouldn't be able to tell that. Real quick, Abaddon, you are
Yeah.
watching Red kind of get a vial of the residue that's on top of this water. And you're able to tell with you just kind of looking at it and the coloring of it and everything. You're fairly certain it appears to have like a kind of it reminds you of a time when you were working with alchemical residue that had psionic crap in it, and it tainted your entire batch.
Mm,
Do you tell me that?
absolutely. It'd be like,
Sabotage,
"Hey,
are
Red."
you absolutely sure? Psionics.
Oh, 100% yes.
Okay.
It looks quite the same as when I did it before. So each type of alchemical ingredient and stuff each has its own properties. So yes, I believe so.
Elise, Verdant, can one of you two create water?
Of course.
Right. Okay. You guys get to the forge right away. Whatever water they're using for their process, replace it with the water that you create.
Okay.
All right, sounds good. I got mine
All right,
ready
let's go.
too.
Check for that residue in any of their containers before you reuse them. If you have to, wash them out.
Brad, why don't you just come with us this time? Because I got a feeling I understand what's going on here.
Well, if psionics are in play, we've already got evidence that mind flayers have been targeting this city recently. Ma'am, someone here is working with mind flayers.
She, as she should, looks aghast at you, and she says, that's, who would do that? They're evil.
Unfortunately, that's really hard to tell because
God, please don't let her look at Isaac.
not-
I don't think I can roll high enough to hide that. Just looks at Isaac with a deadpan stare.
I'll look over at Isaac as this is happening too.
Isaac, what's your face look like there, buddy?
Just deadpan stare like, are you shitting me right now?
I'm gonna minor illusion
Unfortunately.
Isaac's face to make it look like he's just looking normal.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, ma'am, it's going to be very hard to tell.
Okay.
Because, and in all honesty, they may not even have control of their own actions.
So you're saying someone's been possessed or taken over?
It's either willingly or enthralled to do so. But your city's being targeted by them.
Oh, good.
I've done a lot of studies on monsters. I know a fair bit about what exists down below.
All right. I will go get this reported, and we'll get all of the water flushed out of the city.
If you don't
Let's get
mind,
moving.
Yes.
I would like myself and Verdant to be present when you introduce this news to the council.
Okay, but I thought you wanted Verdant to run to the forge.
Elise is going to do that because she can create water, and everybody else is going to the forge.
Okay. So she will take Verdant and Red back to the council. Is anyone else coming to the council, or is everyone else going to the forge?
I'm going to the forge because Isaac will say I'm pretty sure that they're running the waste off the forge into the water.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
And the reason why I'm going because I'm wanting to insight check the councils by giving Verdant advantage again once this news
Let's
gets
do it.
introduced.
How are you giving advantage on insight checks?
By using the help action in D&D 5th edition.
Yeah, woohoo!
I will pat Verdant on the back and be like, "Hey, if you guys are going to the council, good luck." And I'm
Thanks,
gonna give you
pal.
bardic inspiration.
Yay!
That's for 10 minutes. So you have 10 minutes.
If you roll a 1, Verdant, I will drown
Run!
you in the water myself.
Okay.
Remind me again, does bardic inspiration give advantage or
It gives a dice roll.
D6 dice roll.
D6? Okay, thanks.
All right. We head to the forge.
All right. So you guys
I
head
look forward to,
into the forge, and you start doing your stuff in there. Give me your investigation checks, and I will give you that in a second.
Can I roll higher, dude?
Wow.
Absolutely not.
What the fwig?
Everyone else is going to the throne hall while you guys are playing in the forge, which is fine.
I need to go to the forge.
You are in the forge. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Just
I'm in the throne hall.
I know you're in the throne hall.
Yes, we're both here for now. We'll
You're
move to the side.
you're
Rough on the
just
side, Isaac.
looking
Move to
at
the
it.
side.
You're just looking at it. Okay.
Not here. Move, Isaac. Not here. Team Forge.
Yeah, so you guys are over there in Team Forge, and it is great. Now with your insight check, you can give up another character advantage on insight check, but like I need you to give me a reasonable thing to tell me how you are assisting them.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to present the evidence, and I'm putting emphasis on psionics and something harvested from a creature involving psionics to poison the water. But I'm putting emphasis on those words because somebody that knows what I'm talking about would understand what I mean by it. And I'm hoping Verdant could pick on one of them understanding it.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially given that I asked Velna as well. If I kind of suspect that there's a suspect involved in this, so
Okay.
I would pick up on those details.
Okay. So you all are in here. Velna takes her place back up on the council, and you start to tell the council members everything. So Verdant, go ahead and give me an insight check at advantage.
Excellent. With a D6 as well.
Why are you getting a D6?
Because I
my
got bardic
inspiration.
inspiration. Yeah, so let me add that real quick too.
Okay. 23,
Oh.
Brad.
So 28 total.
Yep.
Okay. Let me just roll. Hang on. So at this point, everyone on the council is very upset. So I know that you are focusing on one specific person, but everyone is upset right now. As far as who might be more upset, probably the person who's most upset on this council is Agram. Agram is actually the one who is probably, from what you can kind of tell, he seems to be, like, you can tell he has, like, an angriness to his energy that you are feeling with your insight check. Just the mention of Illithids seems to, like, put him into a fight response. Not flight, fight response. You can see that he kind of grips his chair really tensely. And everyone else on the council all just seem really stressed. I know you wanted to specifically look at our dude here, Thrain. He also seems stressed with everybody. He doesn't seem different kind of stressed. Everyone is stressed, so you don't really tell anything different.
So we've also been told that you when the hardship started, you contracted people into helping you all prepare.
Yes, the citizens.
Okay. Was it the same group of people that you contracted with preserving your food?
Those wouldn't usually be the same ones. We have rune contractors, and then obviously we had quote unquote agriculture contractors. So no, they wouldn't have been the same. We'd have to look into the documents though, and so we can have someone look into that. And he looks over at Thrain. He says, "Thrain, look into this immediately. Bring me all this information." And so Thrain, as the person in all of that, he says, "Okay, fine. I will go see who could have possibly done this."
We investigated ourselves and found nothing wrong.
Stop harassing my guy.
I'm gonna keep doing it, God.
I have a sample of what was used to poison.
Okay. So Thrain
going-
has ran off, by the way. He ran out of the throne room because Agram is visibly upset, like aggressively upset. And Thrain, a little scared, ran out of the room to find this information right away for him. So it is just the 4 council members in here at this time.
We're gonna do everything we can to help. You have the help of a Slayer of Mailer here.
Well, if this artifact that is able to, that you all brought the ore for, is able to repel them, surely it would help fix a lot of these issues, right?
True. That's what we're hoping. These issues started up relatively recently, from what you told, and that's, the stone's been taken and damaged. If we get this one made, there's a good chance a lot of this is going to not go away, but start being alleviated and eventually go away. Right now, I have the other ones. They're going to be protecting the forge room at all times, and when we're done here, I'm going to be joining them. We're going to replace all the water in the forge because my friend Abaddon told me about this particular type of psionic messed with some of his lab experiments for alchemy. It would go to show that possibly it could interfere with other projects as well using the same resource.
You're talking about the tiefling.
Yes.
Could he have brought any of that into our system?
The tiefling?
Yes.
No.
All right.
There are very few people in this world that I trust. He's one of them.
Yeah, we had eyes on him the whole time, and he didn't do anything suspicious.
If I remember correctly, he has something not so good in him, correct?
Don't we all?
Keep
He
an
is
eye on
not-
him.
I do. Believe me, I do. I have contingencies if something were to happen with him.
All right. Then you are allowed to go to the forge right away, and we will start flushing the water supply to try to clear out whatever this is.
You have guards. I'd post them on water supplies to keep them protected.
Of course, I had already planned on that.
If there's anything else you can need my help with, you know where I'm at.
We will let you know. We will. Thank you for your help so far.
Of course.
And you
Thank
are
you.
shooed out of the room.
All right, Bernard, let's go.
Dude.
All right, so back to the Dwarven Forge. So this is before Red and Verdant get in there. So you guys are not currently here, but just imagine that you're not here. So those 2 are not here. So you all rush in here, and our dudes, Thodok and Blue, are kind of like looking over some blueprints, and they look up at you guys and they go, "Hey, what are you stressed about?" He's specifically looking at you, Isaac, because you probably look the most stressed out of everybody. He says, "Yeah, what's going on?"
So we need to flush the water out for the forge.
Okay, we haven't even pulled any in yet. We haven't started forging anything.
Good. That's good. I'm pretty sure you got somebody working with the the illithid.
Well, then it's a good thing I believe we have figured out exactly how we should alter the blueprint. Still might take a couple days as we need to meld the ore, but we should be able to get it done in a couple days, and then we just got to etch the runes on there and it should be good to go.
Elise here is going to create water for the forge because the water outside has been tainted with. We don't want something messing up the forging system.
All right. Well, she can go over there, and whenever we need water, I'll let her know. He kind of dismisses Elise to the side. I guess she's human.
Wow.
He actually hears Isaac. I trust my life with her. Be kind.
Blue kind of like looks at you and says, nods, and once again looks over at Thodok and be like, again, I must remind you, empathy. Mortals like empathy.
I love it that Blue just turned over to him like, would you not?
All right, so you guys are there. You make sure all of the water is cleared out. Thankfully, it doesn't seem that any of the tainted water had gotten to the forge yet, as they had not opened anything. And so you are able to make sure all of the water here is pure. Eventually, Red and Verdant do pop in as you all are here. So at this time, they are going to start, getting everything done, but they do have to sleep from time to time. So how do you all want to do shifts? Like, are we staying up all the time? How are we guarding the forge?
I think the normal setup would be how we would probably do it.
2, 2, and 2.
Shifts.
2, 2, 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds
Nobody-
good.
Nobody extra comes in. I believe we can all agree.
I mean, the Forge Master's like, listen, I am going to need supplies. People will be coming in and out. So.
Well, they need to directly be near the water supply.
The water supply? No, of course not. Usually they come in, they drop off ores or fuel that I need, and then we just keep the fires going.
Okay. I just don't want somebody having a chance to come in here and mess up what we're doing. Because honestly, if I was trying to destroy an entire city's system of defense, this is the point that I would do it.
Okay. Well, we will keep an eye out and make sure nobody gets near the water. And then we will start.
I'm also going to be
forging all
taking a
this.
look at any of the resources that get brought in, looking for more of that residue.
Okay.
Now that I know what to
show them
look for,
the residue. They'll understand that.
yeah, I'll present it.
Okay. They will assess the item that you brought to them, and they'll be like, okay, well, we'll keep an eye out for that.
All right. In between shifts, I would like to look around for if they have an apothecary, like the best one.
So you want to leave this area and go to an apothecary?
Just me.
Okay. Then I need to know who's the 222ing. Like, who is on whose shifts? And are we doing, like, 8-hour shifts? Are we doing 4-hour shifts? Like, what's the plan here?
I'll take the first one, 4-hour shift.
I think
Yeah.
4s would probably be best.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first day kind of goes by without anything else crazy going on. You start to see them as they are keeping the forges super hot, and they are starting to kind of coax the living ore into what they kind of need it to be. It's a lot of talking, and it seems that Blue is actually the one doing most of the talking to the ore itself. Red at one point, once everyone is well rested. Do you want this to be before you all sleep tonight or the next day?
I would like this to be before.
Okay. So before you sleep then, you go to an apothecary in town.
Yeah, I ask around for the best.
Okay. We only have one, so you're good. There, it's over there.
Thank you.
We have one. He happens to be the best.
He is.
He's also the worst. Damn.
Okay.
But yeah, I want help identifying what this came from. I need to know the monster to prepare for.
Okay.
So I'll show him the residue sample.
Okay. Do you mind leaving this here so we can test it for a while? This might take a bit.
Yeah, we can do that.
They'll said come by in tomorrow morning. I can give you a detailed explanation of it.
Thank you.
Of course.
Well, I'm if anything, I'm paranoid. Just gonna...
Yay, paranoia.
21 is the
It's an older dwarf here. He doesn't really seem antsy at all. He doesn't seem sick either. He seems to kind of be doing his own thing over here, so he doesn't seem sussy.
okay.
He actually seems quite friendly towards you, apart from all of the other dwarves in the city.
It's nice being able to talk to somebody without that underlying sense of I shouldn't be here.
Of course. I mean, your kind is always welcome. I actually knew quite a few of shapeshifters back in the day before the roads got shut down.
Oh, I've only recently figured out that I'm a shifter.
Oh, yeah? Oh, man.
Where I grew up, we aren't. Well, there aren't any of us.
I see. That must have been hard for you.
I didn't know what I was.
Well, I'm assuming you're not from Kroglen then.
No, I'm not.
Mm.
I'm from the far west, place called Applewake.
I'm not familiar with Applewake, but in my younger years, I'd go to Crow Glen, worked with many beastkin over there, and they would usually find me rare ingredients in the forest and things like that, so you don't need to worry if you mind. I know you guys are good.
Yeah, you remember any family names you've worked with?
Oh, there were so many.
Red Sun familiar?
Red Sun. Oh, it sounds familiar, but maybe in my youth, I am a couple centuries old at this point. I can't remember every single beastkin that I spoke to.
Spry?
You're just trying to get nice things out of me. That'll get you everywhere around here.
Well, I ain't trying to get nothing out of you. My teacher was an old dwarf, so
what was his name?
Keelthar.
Keelthar.
Well, he would hit me if I didn't say it right. Master Keelthar of the Long Fang.
I think I recall that gentleman. Yes, I believe he was an apprentice to... Oh... Who was he an apprentice to? Is one of my younger friends that unfortunately passed away many years ago in the war. Oh, I'll look in my notes and see if I can find them for you.
That'd be great, actually. I haven't been home in a very long time. It's hard to not feel homesick.
Well, hopefully we can get you home after whatever it is you're doing here for. If you find any more rare ingredients or mushrooms that you're not doing anything with, I'll take them off your hands.
I don't have anything that I'm not using, but do you have anything interesting here?
Well, I'm not supposed to give out any of my things to new people, but you're pretty cool. What are you looking for?
Oh, if you knew Kilthar, then you know that I'm a monster slayer.
Oh, yes.
So anything that might help with that. I'm particularly good against giants, and the undead were my main studies.
Yes. When you come back tomorrow, we'll see what I have for you. I'll look through my stores for you.
All right, I can do that. Has it been a while since you had a good drink?
And I haven't actually drank anything today. I should go get some water.
Well, hold on. So I will take both my water skins out.
Uh-huh.
So this one's water.
Uh-huh.
It's purified water. Stay away
Mm.
from the water in town for a little bit.
Oh, is that where
That's-
this came from?
Yes.
Interesting. Well,
And the other one's filled full of Dragonfire whiskey.
you sure know how to butter an old man up. I'll take that off your hands, and I'll get you some info tomorrow.
Fantastic. I'll see you in the morning.
Awesome. You leave, and he is very happy.
Well, that was my celebratory drink that I was going to have once we find whatever hell was doing this, but it's fine.
All right, so you all do your shifts throughout the evening.
Do we get a full
Obviously,
rest?
yes, you do get a full rest. Now, if you're
Yay.
sick, if you're still low on your ability scores, remember you only pick one, and you roll to increase it. Of whatever
was the
might
whole-
still be. Because
what was the
remember,
whole roll
you're
thing?
sick.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, what do we roll for? We just roll d20?
No. You roll a d4 and add it back. If you're
Ah,
still
yes.
at negative whatever. Are any of
I
your
will-
skill points still at negative whatever?
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So pick one of them, roll a d4, and that's how many points you get back for that day.
Huzzah!
And then everyone else, you are, obviously, it's a full rest.
All my stats are back.
Welcome
That's
to day
great.
2.
Yay. Let me, hold on. Let me see if I get all my stats back.
I'm definitely not today. I'll roll a d4 though.
Oh my God.
Nice.
No, I didn't. I rolled
Oh,
two.
pain.
Oh, wow.
You're down 1. You're down 4 still. You're down. Okay, well, I guess my intelligence would go up by 2. Yay.
Depressed.
Well, I need 2 more rolls at least. 3 if I'm unlucky.
Mm.
I'll be really unlucky with 3.
Damn, son. Alrighty.
All right, so it is the next day. It is day 2. People have started bringing in fuel for the forge to keep it nice and hot, and the master forger is in here, and he is working along with his group, because remember, he had a group of people working with him as they begin to coax the living ore into a shape that you all can use for the artifact. And he said this is going to take probably all day. If you all want to stand over by the door, try not to get in our way.
Sure.
So that is what is happening over there. Is anybody wanting to do anything specific today while they are working the artifact? Well, the
Yes.
almost artifact.
Yes.
I would like to, before, they do their spell prepares for the day, I'm like, hey, any creating food and water you guys could do might go a long way here.
Oh, true that. I got you.
So I would suggest that for like, hey, if you can, making as much food as you can that hasn't been touched by anybody else would be good.
I shall create food and water.
Abaddon,
Hmm.
something you could do to be really good. You can flavor food with your spells. Might help along with morale if they were tasting something delicious.
I mean, I suppose I can. It's very limited,
Yeah,
but
but
yes.
the food here it's pretty tasteless. Just I'm trying to keep
Hey.
morale up here. The create food and water, not the food they've been eating. But
I got
that
you.
might be good to help people out here. I need to go talk to an old man. Then I'll be back.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Okay,
Not that old, man.
so Red is tapping out while you guys are vibing here at the forge. Is anybody else doing anything?
Yes, I want to show you guys my new spell. Maybe not in here though.
Well, how about you just tell me?
Okay,
What is your spell?
I have a new steed.
A new steed. That was what you figured you could get.
Well, it's a better steed because before I had the cool steed, the elk, but
Uh-huh.
now I realized in my sleep that I have an even stronger potential for my fine steed spell, and I can summon greater steeds, which include like griffins and stuff.
And did you remember to prepare the cure poison and disease, or detect
Yes,
poison and disease?
yes, I did.
All right, cool.
So all that's all set, ready to go. So we're pretty good.
As soon as I'm done in town, I'll be coming right back here.
Yeah. Hey, Kath, as I've been watching them,
Uh-huh.
I am a craftsman.
Uh-huh.
Am I able to learn any of their secrets?
Oh, they're hiding it as much as they can. Like if they start doing something, they're gonna be like, "Hey, turn around."
I'm just watching the stuff.
Just
You
turn
know,
around."
do I get anything?
Not today. They're not doing anything special today.
All
Can
right,
I
all right.
can I ask the construct blue questions, or is he like super busy and focused?
He's super
Nope,
busy
nope.
and focused.
Okay.
Don't bother the construct.
Okay.
Abaddon, what are you doing while Red is out?
I'm just gonna kind of like fly up through a high point and like watch like just like this over this area.
Yeah.
Basically, what I'm gonna do.
Abaddon,
Mm-hmm.
you feel your friend kind of rear his head and, well, his voice in the back of your head. He says, "Hey, why don't we have some fun while we're here?"
Oh.
Normally, when you say that, you know, you don't suggest much fun. What are you suggesting?
Well, I mean, they seem to need the forge really hot. We could help with that. Why don't you,
Uh-huh.
why don't you let me heat it up for them?
I think this is an awful idea.
Why?
Seeing as trying to get into the city before, we were shunned out by the magic protecting it. And now that we're in here, I feel like we're more on watch than anybody else in our group.
Oh, you're being silly. No one's been looking at us.
Turns to the party, looking at him.
What about a bookshop? Surely they have books here that we can borrow.
Yeah, I don't notice.
Oh my god.
I mean, most places probably do, but I don't know if I should be walking around alone.
You think any of them can stop us?
I mean, lots of people could, technically, but I don't know.
I'm bored here.
What?
Let's go somewhere else.
I mean, I wholeheartedly agree, but I also don't want to see my friend die at this particular moment.
You're so empathetic.
Sometimes.
See, that's why you and I vibed so well. I don't know why you're trying to get rid of me. You know you love me being here.
There are countless reasons,
Hmm.
and we both know what they are.
Alright. Well, I'm going back to sleep since you're so boring.
Oh, thanks. I might do the same up here.
And he kind of nestles back into the back of your head. Red!
And I do like
Yeah.
a cold like shiver type thing. I'll just watch.
Okay.
What I'm actually gonna do
Uh-huh.
is I went up there. Is anybody looking at me currently or no?
I mean, you have people staring at the weird guy on top of a pillar that is supposed to be on the ground. Yeah.
You know the city of dwarves you're in? You're the only tiefling. You are purple and you got wings.
Wonderful.
get your
I'm
ass
just gonna
down
kind of
here.
look at a few of them. I'm looking at Isaac to me like, sure, just give me a second. I'll smile. I'm just gonna snap my fingers. I'm gonna go invisible.
Wait, is Red in the forge right now?
No, he's not currently at the forge. I was about to switch over to him, but now
Okay.
Abaddon's invisible.
Oh.
I haven't used this spell yet.
So that causes a bit of anxiety to everybody in the room. Just to
I'm just
let
gonna
you
move to a different
know.
pillar.
Okay,
I've lost connection to the server. What do you mean?
it's fine. Just refresh.
That's whatever, dude. Yeah, I'm just gonna move to a different pillar. That like nobody like. It's more of like a hidden spot.
Uh-huh.
Server connection lost. I must
I'm
log in.
in.
That's why.
And you didn't log out and log back in before stream, did you?
Nope, because I was updating my graphics card.
Okay. So Isaac, you watched Abaddon go invisible. You sense everyone and Verdant stressing out behind you.
Did I also see Abaddon get turn invisible too?
Were you looking at him?
Yeah, I mean I was facing him where he is on the map, so.
Okay. Then yeah, you probably would have seen him.
Abaddon, as much as I love a good joke, would you please uninvisible?
I never cast a spell on you guys. You have no idea what I did.
He
Do we
could have
not send us
teleported.
even
You
know
know
that,
he
but-
teleports.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm gonna like shake my arms where he was standing.
he was on top of a pillar. Are you climbing the pillar?
Oh no, I don't want to be disrespectful.
Okay. You know that Abaddon likes to teleport. So
Oh, at that point, I would just assume he's either not here or he's being a butthole.
okay.
I'm gonna go up there.
A report is sent out of the room after Abaddon disappears.
Ooh.
Do I see that?
Well, yeah. There's lots of people coming in and out of the room.
Okay. Like, do I notice a report of like me specifically about something happening about me?
I mean, no, not specifically.
Okay. Can you move me up on top of the head of that thing?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I can only move to like there.
Yeah.
Gotta love Abaddon. Hey, we're in a stressful situation. All right, time to do my thing.
I said I wanted to be Overwatch, and then people were looking at me. I don't want people to know I'm there.
Okay, so Abaddon's over there being sussy baka. All right, let's go back to our good friend Red. Hey, Red.
Yep.
Sorry, took me a second to get back to you. We had sussy stuff going on in the background.
No, that's fine.
So Red,
He would choose to do this stuff when I leave. That's fine.
so Red, you get on the lift to kind of go to the next area because it's a large town. There's a lot of places on here. This is like the main lift that gets everybody to the top level, the bottom level, or whatever. And while you're on it, give me a perception check.
I perceive.
Okay. There are a ton of people on this lift today. There's lots of people like bringing more fuel to the forge. There's women and children on here. Seems a lot of them are like moving back and forth between the different floors. So this is a very general lift. With your roll, you hear a faint whining sound in the gears of the lift. And you snap to attention, trying to find where it is. And you catch just in time as you look over and you can clearly see one of the wheels that the lift is using right now as it is lifting everybody. It's starting to slip. Now, you don't have time to get off of the lift, but you could help some people if you wanted to. As you start to see the lift free fall.
Starts checking dwarves.
What would you
You
like
said
to
there's
do?
a lot of people here.
There is a lot of people. This is a very popular lift. Women, children, workers.
Okay.
They're also dwarves. Don't forget, dwarves are hardy.
Yeah, I know, but they're
The
okay.
entire elevator rages.
No, I can't do that. So Kath,
Yeah.
I'm gonna start this by saying I don't care how much damage I take.
Okay.
When I see the free fall start to happen,
Uh-huh.
I'm aiming for the kids first.
Okay.
But as many people as I can get wrapped in my tail and brought to me,
Okay.
my goal is to take every speck of damage they would take.
Okay.
I am gonna try and shield as many people as I can in my body.
Uh-huh.
Is there a way I can grab two people and throw them out to us, like, because you said right as we're taking off, I'm starting to see this. Could I throw two of them back on the waiting platform where they'd be safe?
I would say let's roll a dexterity check to see if you can. Because yes, you were at a platform before it started to free fall.
Okay, it's a dexterity check for this.
Saving throw, sorry.
Saving throw? Okay, I can do
Yeah.
that.
To just kind of see if you can grab and chuck as because you were able to see it before it happened. To see if you can throw them out.
26.
Yeah, we'll say that you're able to, because you grow your tail, right?
Yes.
You have a tail and you have two hands. So let's say you're able to grab with your tail and your two hands 3 people and chuck them off the lift.
Okay. Yeah, I want to throw them off the lift and wrap as many people as I can.
Mm-hmm.
And prepare for impact. Anybody else, like as soon as I land, if I'm not dead, I'm going to start triaging people to start passing on heals because I've got all my heals right now.
Okay. So you grab anybody who is a small child that you can. And basically everyone's eyes kind of go buggy for a second while they're all starting to free fall. And you fall for about 3 stories.
Ooh.
For that amount of damage. And you are absorbing as many as you can. You will be taking this much damage, which apparently isn't that much, from everybody else.
It's also cut in half.
Yeah. So you actually do take it pretty well from everybody who's kind of, that you're cushioning the blow for. So it's not that far, thankfully, but the lift itself is kind of in shambles, so you go whoosh, and everyone can hear this lift kind of hit the ground with a ton of force. All of the people on it are either thrown about, into it, out of it. There's people bleeding everywhere. And so with everyone that you helped, all of the children that you saved, you set them outside and you start to go assist the people themselves.
Yeah, immediately. As soon as I set them down, I give like a little shudder as my tail disappears and like my features get less bestial and I start running around passing out heals.
Okay.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 7 slots.
Mm-hmm.
If I have to, I'll use them all.
Okay.
And when I run out, I've got medicine checks and a potion.
Got it. Okay.
My goal is nobody dies today.
You are able
least
to
not here.
save as everybody in here. Nobody's going to die. For those that may have gotten a little more injury to them, obviously your heal just stopped them from perishing. But those that are a little too much, they are taken away to get more medical attention. But nobody is going to die. You've topped everyone up to at least over 1.
Okay, so that uses all of mine?
We'll say it uses like 80%.
Okay.
Because you were
So-
able to throw some people off and you were able to take the impact for the kids.
Okay. So 5 out of 7?
That seems fine.
Okay. Fantastic.
While this is happening, the lift was very close to the forge. And Abaddon, you are all the way up there and you're kind of away from all the noise of everybody doing stuff. Because I know Isaac and Verdant are there and they're interacting with the forge and everything. So since you're up and above, go ahead and give me a perception check to see if you notice anything.
Please, dice gods, I haven't rolled anything good this time. I'm due. That's better. One of my better perception checks.
It takes a little bit, but eventually you do notice a little bit of hubbubaloo happening just outside the forge room. Around that same time, you actually see one of those workers that were in here just a little bit ago rush in, and he seems to has like a gash on his forehead, and he says to everybody in this room, "The lift has failed. The lift has failed." But you're the first person to notice him before everyone else kind of gets too quiet for him to say everything. So you're still invisible if you want to go to where, like, outside, but...
Yeah, it lasts for an hour, so and I can recast it. I'll kind of I'll kind of move closer to the commotion, I guess, now a little bit.
Okay, so you go outside of the forging room?
I'm still gonna be like nearby, but yeah, I'll go outside, yeah.
Okay. So you go outside to where the lift is, and you can see the absolute disaster of what happened to the lift with all the people that were injured, and it seems that Red is still currently a little injured. But it seems that he is assisting everyone that he can. But the lift itself is destroyed.
I'll think in my head, you want something interesting, this is interesting.
You feel a little bit of a ruffle around. He goes, "What are we looking at?"
Oh, the lift exploded or something.
Okay. Are we gonna go look at it or what?
We can, sure.
Yeah.
I'll look back at the forge room, just look all good, look fine.
I mean, everyone in there, now that the guy's kind of in there, he's trying to explain to everyone else what is happening on the lift. The Forge Master and the Construct are not stopping what they're doing because now that they've started, they need to keep going, and they're trying to keep their momentum, even though everyone else is getting distracted.
Isaac's there, and he is eyes on everybody that enters or leaves.
Okay, so you're staying in here, Isaac?
I'm helping Isaac with guard duty, yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll head over the lift area.
Okay. So by the time you get
staying,
over...
like, above everything.
Sure. By the time you get over to the lift area, Red, you are done helping everybody. What are you doing at this point?
So everybody's safe.
Mm-hmm.
Looking around, I noticed there was the wheel that slipped.
Yes.
Are there, authorities nearby?
Oh yes, there are guards here, yes, and they are currently helping everyone. So you have a moment if you wish to look at the lift or if you wish to talk to them directly.
I do want to take a look at it, and if they come up, I'm assuming they'll come up to me because I'm a stranger.
Of course.
But I'm gonna take a look because I know, slipped wheel. I'm already thinking sabotage, but I'm paranoid.
Yeah, of course. So you have some time while everyone is being fixed up here to slip into the lift to start looking at things. Abaddon, you see Red kind of sneak away from the group of people and back into the lift.
Yep, I'll kind of go and land in that area.
Okay. All right, Red, you're inside the lift.
Is like an enclosed lift or like a
It
open
was.
Lift?
What do I perceive?
So can I see him inside there?
Yeah, you can definitely see Red in there. He's not hiding inside of it. It is a crushed lift.
Okay, I'm just gonna be nearby.
Okay.
Within like earshot.
All right, Red, you are perceptioning around. I actually want you to give me investigate. So can we use that roll for investigate instead, please?
Sure. 15 then.
15 then. Okay. So while you are investigating, you go over to the gear that you definitely know, and you're not the best at this kind of thing, but that gear looks recently filed down. Like where all of the little teeth are, it looks almost like somebody took something maybe a chisel or something and kind of smoothed it to where thin enough to where it would eventually fail.
So I noticed, obvious sabotage here. I would like to look around. Is there somebody watching the lift that would, anybody might be admiring their handiwork or making sure everything went through well?
People do like to watch their handiwork. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Well, 13.
You do not see anybody specifically watching the lift right at this moment.
Okay. And I'm assuming by the time authorities will show up and questioning.
Yeah. So about this time after you're able to look at the gear, look at everything around here, the authorities would come over, which is just kind of in full plate armor dwarves, very stout, thick-looking dudes. They're like, "Hey, you're injured. Please come over here and we'll take a look at you."
I'll be fine.
All right. Well, we need your statement of what happened.
Well, and I'll show them the gear. This has been filed down. Somebody sabotaged your lift.
And they're going to start taking notes. They're going to take your name if you give it to them, and they will start doing their investigative work with you. Yeah.
I am perfectly fine with cooperating. They just won't be able to get me in cuffs.
No, they're not going to put you in cuffs. You're fine.
Good. You're right. They won't.
You're also a victim here, Red. Calm down.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh my gosh.
I don't like guards, okay?
They do not seem aggressive towards you, since a lot of the other workers have already told that how you saved the kids, threw the people out at the start, and so you are currently in a favorable light.
Yeah, I'm just helping anywhere I can.
Okay. So, Abaddon, what are you doing while all this is happening?
Yeah, I'm just kind of there, watching this all go down a little bit.
Okay.
Um,
You hear the voice say, "Why don't we get a little closer? They can't see us, right?"
no, they can't. Yeah, I'll get a little closer.
Okay. You get a little closer to the smoking ruins of what once was the lift.
And Brett still's inside of it, or did he leave?
No, Red's been pulled out of it. He is currently talking to the dudes outside of it. So it's currently empty.
Can I go look at it?
Of course. So you sneak inside. And you're currently inside the broken down lift.
Can I surmise what went wrong? Or I guess
I mean, you heard.
Yeah,
you heard Red say that the wheel itself seems to have been chiseled down. You do verify that it does appear to be chiseled down.
Do I notice anything else off?
I don't know. What do you want to try to find? Do you want to roll for something?
Interior perception. Can I investigate the wheel or something else, or just see if there's any because you said chiseled down.
Right.
Can I just investigate the area in general, see if there's anything else that might have been tampered with or done to it?
Sure. Give me investigation.
Is it on a pulley system type thing, or what is it on?
It appeared to be on a gear type system. So it was up and down, using the teeth to pull it up and then put it back down.
Okay, finally a decent roll.
So Abaddon, while you're kind of perusing everything, you do notice that there is a chisel on the other side of the lift, kind of like if somebody was trying to hide something. It looks like it was up in the rafters above where the thing is, and you recognize the chisel. It appears to be one of the chisels that matches the set inside the forge room.
Hmm.
Do you
I'll
pick
grab
it
it.
up?
No.
Okay. Does that break your invisibility?
Nope. Only casting a spell or attacking.
Okay. So you pick up the item and you have it now.
Okay. So like I know that this is just the chisel specifically from the forge.
It appears to match the set inside the forge, and you've had a whole day to kind of look at them. It has a very intricate design on the handles, so it matches the set inside the forge.
Okay. And would I recall or know how many typically they have in the forge, or just like they have a lot?
I mean, they probably have a lot. It's a forge. You didn't really keep count.
Okay.
Definitely more than one.
Okay. And can I tell if any of the people that were in the lift at the same time? No, that they wouldn't be in there at the same time, probably. I'm trying to surmise if like somebody that was in the lift chiseled it down at the same time, or if this was just like a slow process.
You have to talk to your friend about that, who was also there.
Of Teredia. I think in my head, well, this is a little bit fun, isn't it?
Oh, for sure. Imagine what we could have done. Could have made it
Yeah.
much worse.
Yeah, let's not do that,
Why not?
because that's not fun.
You never want to have any of my fun.
Your fun involves death and murder and broken things and lots of
And
explosions.
I love
And that's not-
fire.
I'm aware, but I'm not the biggest fan.
Okay.
Do I see anything else, or just the one chisel?
Just the one chisel.
And looking at the gear wheel, does it look like it was like over time, like meticulously, like slowly carved away?
Nope, not that you can really tell. It just looks like it was chiseled. It looks recent. You can't tell when it may have happened, but it definitely doesn't have any rust on it.
Okay.
So probably not over time.
Okay. So like it was like a one and done sort of deal.
Probably.
Hmm.
The only other thing that you can get with your investigation is this lift does have all of the fuel used for the forge on it. And now it will be very difficult to get more to the forge quickly.
Somebody's trying to stop us.
About this same time, Red, they finish interrogating you, and they are coming back to the lift to take notes and retrieve the gear.
Gotcha. So, roughly how much fuel is in here?
Well, they had just dumped off a whole bunch, so they were going back to actually restock and bring more to the forge. So there was like one shipment coming down while a lot of them were going up, and now they can't go up anymore.
Okay. But, so, if I had 2 bags of holding,
Yeah.
could I fit all the fuel in there?
The ones currently on here, yes, but you'll need more later.
Yeah, I'm fine with making on-foot trips to get where I need to go.
Sure.
So,
If you explain that to the workers, they'll say, okay, go ahead and take that, and please report to us if you need anything else.
I will. I'm gonna run this back to the forge, explain to Isaac what happened, and then like, hey, I need the bags of holding because I'm gonna be doing fuel runs for a while. How much? I asked the
Wait,
forge
wait,
guy.
wait, 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 wait. Did you say fuel runs?
Yeah.
You're not there.
I'm with
Yeah,
Isaac.
actually, he
He
is.
is.
He's with me.
Oh,
Yeah.
but where I'm still with Red right now.
Red's
Red came to
talking to
us.
Isaac.
Oh, you've already went back to the forge. I see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause I want to talk to the apothecary, but saving Marco's life is more on my priority.
That is fair.
Okay. I have the perfect solution to being able to get fuel up and down quickly.
So you should take a couple bag of holding and your broom and make trips for everything.
Oh, I got something better than a broom. I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna summon
Hold on,
a griffin.
Hold on.
He
Hold-
summons a
hold on.
griffin.
No,
We're gonna
no, he
summon a
doesn't.
celestial
No,
griffin.
he doesn't.
You're...
I'm going to stop him.
What? He could carry like 900 pounds.
Yes, but
Bags
there
of
are
holding.
regular people here, and you can't be.
Oh.
You shouldn't use powerful magics inside of a city, especially with no warning to the guard or anything.
Oh yeah, I probably should have. Yeah. Okay.
Aren't you a guard?
Yes, but you know,
People get arrested for that kind of stuff. Man, imagine if that happened in this campaign, getting arrested for magicking in the middle of a city.
Shut up.
Who gets arrested for putting magic?
Shut up.
That would
Mr.
have been the
Abaddon got caught
second
a few times.
one.
Because I have an idea. What?
Hold on. If nah, he's a paladin of the sun. Never mind. I'm like, man, if he was a law paladin, would getting arrested just break his oath?
It would hurt me.
Jeez.
If I can get him to do that, I would then go see my apothecary.
Yeah, I could do that.
Can
I'm gonna consult with the guards outside to see if that's allowed.
Sure. Yeah, they don't mind if you want to help.
Well, like help with via Griffin, if that would be okay
Oh.
or not.
No, you're not allowed to cast that kind of magic in here.
Okay, I'll do it with my
I'm
broom then.
gonna listen into what, because like Red talked to some like workers before he ran off.
Yeah.
Did the workers say anything after he left?
I mean, they were injured, most of them, so they're like been taken out to the medical places.
Okay, but like the ones that Red talked to specifically.
You mean the
about
guards?
fuel run
The Red
stuff. Or
talked to the
sorry,
guards.
Sorry, yes. Did they say anything
About
after
what?
he left?
I mean, they were
Just, like,
talking
in
to
general.
themselves.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking for some suspicious activity.
Yeah, you
Different
you
ways.
rolled perception to see if you found any suspicious activity.
Yep.
You did not see any suspicious activity.
Suspicious.
Suspicious activity.
Okay. I'm gonna go before, like, I'm guessing while, because I didn't hear them talking or anything. I was go back to the forge, kind of following Red, just flying up
Okay.
and landing, and then as Vern leaves, and before Red leaves,
Broom time.
yeah, I want to just can you get me down? I can't go down.
Of course. You
Door's
go-
stuck.
I'm sorry.
Door's stuck.
Meh.
Thank you. I'm just gonna be like here. and then
Before
I'll
Red
uninvisible.
leaves.
Yeah,
okay.
I'll invisible. Hey, Red.
Hey, what's up?
Hello. You forgot this in the lift, and I'll show him the chisel.
You were there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you see what happened?
No, I went there after the matter. I was here in the forge, looking at things, and then I heard the news and went over. This is a chisel from the forge, by the way.
Like this forge?
Yes.
Okay.
And the marks are quite recent. Like it was done fast and quite, recently.
Okay. Does anybody know you have this?
Nope.
Okay. I'm going to say it to where he can hear you. I didn't tell you this yesterday because I didn't think it'd be a problem, but since we're gonna be splitting up, everybody's got their eyes on you.
Ah. Is that everybody looked terrified when I just vanished all of a sudden?
People are wondering if you're the one bringing the misfortune here.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. I am a tiefling after all. These things happen.
So yeah, I
Not
want you
uncommon
to
to me.
be on your best behavior here
Sure.
Because I don't have evidence.
and don't let fuckface inside of you take over.
Oh, he already asked.
Hey, I take offense to that. Tell him I take offense to that.
I won't say anything about it. No, he's quite bored.
I don't give a shit if he's bored.
I don't either.
Punch him.
Probably because we're not doing much. You shut up, please, for 2 seconds.
Yeah, him being bored is nothing but good news for me. I
I
don't
said in
think I
character
could
cast.
care less if I tried.
Yeah, Red, you heard that too. I said, can you please shut up? You heard that.
No, I don't think I will.
Not you, other person.
No.
Sorry.
I'll tell him in the best like, hey, how about you shut the fuck up? We're having a conversation here.
Oh, if he wants to play and you feel him like, go on, give me the body. I'm gonna take him out,
no.
man.
Nope. Nope.
He's testing me. He's testing me. I'm gonna get him one of these nights when he's sleeping.
Mm-mm. He will kick
I
your
know
ass.
I technically can't hear him,
But
but
you can't.
I just want to say, and if he decides to ever take a shot, he better not fucking miss. Yeah,
I don't know if
Steve,
you want to add fuel to this fire, but sure, keep going, I guess. I'll still be here. I'm just kind of keeping an eye out for things to see if anything else happens. I feel like somebody's trying to actually sabotage us from just doing this.
Right
Yeah.
then, you see a couple guards come into the forge area. And they come up to you, Red, and Abaddon is right there. And they actually lock eyes on Abaddon and say, that one. Where was that one when the lift fell?
I don't know.
Me?
Yes.
I was here.
No. We have reports that you disappeared before the lift fell.
Yes, like invisibility. I was up there, and I'll point up to the top of the head.
I'm sorry, but we're going to have to arrest you for now, under suspicion of tampering with the lift.
Again.
I'm gonna cast Invisible on myself again.
No, you. Oh my.
Are you running from the guards, Abaddon?
I'm disappearing. Yep.
Okay, Kath. I have Mage Slayer.
Okay.
He's casting a spell near me.
He is.
Mhm.
So I get to make an attack on him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stab him with my arrow.
Okay.
Oh.
I guess roll an attack.
Damn, son.
This would be. So this would be at a +9, but because I'm taking an action before him,
Oh.
he ain't going no fucking where.
Oh, damn, son.
Abaddon, unfortunately, as you attempt to cast invisibility, Red
on.
stabs you with one of those arrows that takes away all of your powers.
Hold on. I'm silver barbsing that roll
Oh, he silver barbs that roll.
as a reaction. So re-roll it.
Please
I'm
reroll that.
assuming that.
I'm giving myself a buff.
I'm assuming I don't see this because I'm helping with.
He
said.
Hey, Abaddon! Hey, Abaddon, do it again! I
Dude,
fucking dare
okay,
you!
bro.
Oh.
Okay, bro.
Oh,
I said you're not going anywhere.
Son of a
Oh.
bitch.
damn.
So Abaddon,
Okay,
you
that was-
get stabbed with an arrow.
That was awesome.
And you lose all of your magic. So you're down another arrow, Red.
How many arrows are left?
Well, hold on. Let's see what happens first. So, Abaddon, you feel numb. You can't use your hands. And now you can't go invisible. Or use your magic right now.
Okay.
The thing in your head said...
I know what that is.
The thing in your head said, see, I freaking told you. We gotta kill him.
I'll reply in my head and be like, I'm actually quite pissed off at the same time as you are, but I'm not. We'll discuss this in a minute.
Discuss this in a minute.
Okay.
Uh, So the guards are going to arrest you, Abaddon.
Okay.
Now that Red made it to where you can't escape.
So, my thoughts. I actually don't think it's Abaddon talking. I think it might have been him the entire time.
I'm just gonna glare at Red.
Don't look at me like that. You know better.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, I believe you, but they're not going to if you try and run away, idiot.
I wasn't running.
Well,
So, Abaddon, you're being taken in for questioning.
All right.
Can I speak to one of the guards before just to?
Yeah.
So, I understand how bad this looks, but I can say he couldn't have done it. When it comes to using any sort of tools or anything that comes to physical activity, he can't.
Well, and they'll actually pull the chisel out from inside of his robes, and he says, well, he has a tool on him, which is damning evidence.
I gave it to Red before.
So hold on, he
No,
gave that to me.
I thought he just showed it to you. He didn't say
No,
he
he
gave
gave it to me. He gave it to me.
I gave it to him.
Oh. I was under the impression
Yeah,
you just showed it to
Officer,
Red.
you didn't know that. You couldn't have known that was there before you searched him.
Wow. Because
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain you didn't say you gave it to Red.
I didn't say that. No,
100%.
I'm pretty sure I just said I showed you.
Yeah, you just showed Red. You did not say you gave it to Red.
Cat frames our tiefling.
Yeah, I didn't technically give it to you, buddy.
damn. Oh
so,
boy.
unfortunately, Abaddon is currently in custody as he has been framed, as far as you all know, to have destroyed the lift. And so he will be spending some time in interrogation. So you are going to be down in Abaddon for the rest of the day.
Well, do I finish with the fuel recovery, or am I still doing that?
I mean, that's going to be like the whole rest of your day while they try to fix the lift.
Oh, okay.
Like, if you're going to do it, you're going to be on it back and forth literally all day.
If I had my Griffin, I could do it in one shot.
Yeah, but you can't. We have things that we need to do, not things that we want to do.
I know.
Why am I the responsible one here?
Isaac's pretty
This is terrible because I'm having this exact same conversation. Like, this sounds exactly what I would tell my child.
Isaac is staying put and doing what he needs to do.
Listen, efficiency is important when our friend's life is on the line.
Yeah, but
But
we
I-
also
I-
have things that we need to do, not things that we want to do.
I know.
So, Abaddon, for sake of speed, you are interrogated. They do take you to a truth room. You tell the truth, I'm assuming, right? That you didn't do it. You don't lie about anything, right?
Nope.
Okay. So they ask where you went when you disappeared.
And I will say I moved from the tower point I was on to the top
Uh-huh.
of the statue,
Okay.
and I was invisible the whole time. The only time I
Okay.
went to the lift was when somebody ran in, and the commotion about the lift fell. And I was curious and bored because I didn't see anything when I was there. So I went over to look at it, found this chisel in the top of the ceiling, and that's where it was.
Okay. So Abaddon is in there for a while. Red, you have time to go to your apothecary now if you want.
Well, before we do any of that,
Uh-huh.
I would like to talk to Verdant.
Okay.
Oh God.
Verdant, actually, I'll bring Isaac in on this too. Okay, so Were they
Everybody-
both here when Abaddon was arrested?
Oh yeah, everybody was here.
Okay.
Just like normal.
So we both know he didn't do it.
Obviously, he's an idiot. He's not.
Yes. So, and I put both unless that thing took over, which is why I took his magic away. Just in case he's
No,
done.
I fully believe him trying to run was him. I think he just got scared.
I don't know. But there was a chisel, a file from here
Oh no.
taken and used to sabotage the lift. Isaac, you've been watching all day. Has anyone gotten close enough to their tools to take one?
I'm going to think back. Was there anybody that was like trying to scoop a tool?
I was also with Isaac, so can I also roll for that?
Yeah. Both of you give me intelligence rolls to see if you can remember anything sussy.
Brain.
Of course not, because brain doesn't work.
Yeah, past guard duties pay off. My words.
So Isaac, you have been mostly focused on the people coming in and out of the forge room, like all of the workers coming in, bringing in more fuel, et cetera, right?
Right.
You haven't really been paying attention to the actual helpers that the forge guy has already like verified. So the forge workers. You, Verdant, you do remember seeing one of the forge workers leave at one point and then come back in the middle of their shift. None of the other forge workers have left before, so that's really the only thing you can think of. You don't remember them taking a tool, though, and they definitely didn't have one when they came back.
Am I able to identify the one that did leave?
Oh, yeah, sure.
All right, I'm gonna like subtly point who that might be to Red and Isaac, and
So
let them know.
you point at a random guy without saying anything.
No. I just told you I'm gonna like explain the situation. So yeah, that's the only guy that left in the forge that came in and out. And I'll point to him subtly.
Can you just point out who it was?
Yeah.
Okay, do it. Show me, but don't let him know he's being shown.
Yeah. I subtly point to
Okay.
who it is.
And I'm just like deep sigh. I'm like, there's somebody here in town that knows my last name.
Really?
Yes, he's someone that is helping me identify the poison that was used. I have shit that I would like to do.
I mean, I
Unfortunately-
get it. I'm in a whole
Oh.
city of dwarves.
Wait, did you just have that one vial? Because I have detect poison and disease now.
Well, he's gonna identify what it is.
Oh,
I
okay.
need to know what we're dealing with. But now I get to spend all day stalking this guy.
Well, I can detect what kind of poison it is too.
I mean, you know what would have been
Hold
really
on.
great?
Can you identify poisons?
Yeah, it says you can also identify the kind of poison, poisonous creature, or disease in each case.
Oh, that'd have been nice to know.
Well, now he's telling you, so now your character knows. You didn't know that as a character.
Yeah.
You know what would have been really great to stalking that guy? Somebody that could be invisible. But here we are.
Yeah, I don't do too well in cities. My
No, I know.
paranoia is spiking. I'm doing everything I can to keep it together.
Oh no, you misunderstand. I wasn't
I know.
pointing that at you.
No. But I sure wish that I didn't have to babysit some people.
It happens.
Elise
A
and
lot.
Marco
It
are
shouldn't.
also on their very best behavior. I just want to point that out.
I'm gonna point out, like, Elise, Marco, I love you too. I'm so glad you guys aren't doing dumb shit.
No, we're just watching. We're doing what we're supposed to do.
See? Why can't have it on me more like that?
I appreciate you very much. Elise, I appreciate you more than words could ever possibly say.
She blushes.
You could just say you love her, you're going out.
I just did.
No, you gotta use your words.
I know, I quite literally just said it.
All right. So what's the plan? Are we staking out? Are we going to the guy that you're talking to about the poison?
Well, at least got to hear that Red loves her, so I think that helps out.
Bless you.
I am not picking up on whatever's going on.
Yeah.
I have fucking work to do.
You would get the idea that Isaac is now picking on Elise by repeating that loudly.
I was like, yeah, Isaac, she heard. I don't why you. It doesn't matter.
Because it makes her blush.
Okay, so you guys are now stalking this random forge worker.
We're
Yep.
not stalking.
No, we are stalking.
I am hunting him.
Oh my god.
He is getting hunter's marked as soon as he leaves. And it doesn't involve any semantic components or materials. It is just verbal. So when he walks out, I got 90 feet away. I'm going to whisper my prayer, and I got him.
Okay.
And I'm going to track him.
Okay.
I would first like to do stealth.
Okay. Well, he hasn't left yet, but we'll hold that.
No, when he does.
Okay.
Hey, Red.
No. I'm gone. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you think I
I'm
should
not-
tell Blue? Blue has no allegiance in any of this. But I know as a craftsman, he'd be pissed if somebody stole one of his tools.
When he leaves, tell Blue.
Gotcha.
If I don't find anything, I'm going to be gone a while because I need to go see an apothecary.
Yeah, I'll be here making sure our friend's soul doesn't get evaporated.
I'm trying to find out what caused the poison so I know what to fight, Isaac.
By the way,
I know. I'm not pointed at you again, just bitching.
By the way, had anybody looked at Marco lately?
I look at
just,
Marco.
I just did.
So you guys look at Marco and he looks fine. He just looks really tired. So just letting you know. He looks like he has collected a level of fatigue.
Oh no.
Oh.
Don't you me?
I'll ask you again.
Can I ask the authorities while I'm being interrogated why they think I'm the cause of all these bad things?
Yes, of course. We
Racism.
have reason to believe that you are the perpetrator.
And
Based
what reasons
on-
are those?
There was a report that you were doing suspicious behavior and you were invisible at the time that this did happen, and therefore we are obligated to review what went down.
No, I know of that part, but like before that, why am I being watched so much?
What do you mean?
Why am I being watched so much?
Again, I just told you, we had a report that you were doing
before
sussy
this
things.
whole thing.
I wasn't
I know
watching you
you all
before
give
this
me-
whole thing.
I know you, maybe you weren't, but I feel like I've had eyes on me this whole time.
Well, you are a bunch of new people in our city, which we haven't had in quite some time, so maybe that's what you're seeing.
I believe him.
Insight check.
You mother.
Yeah, you're like, well, I guess that sounds right, sure.
Oh.
I thought she was just gonna hit him with racism.
You're
Am I-
doing
is
it to my
just a one-on-
council members.
Is it just a one-on-one right now with somebody or no?
Yeah, it's the one guy who came in there and arrested you. His other friend is not in the room with you right now.
Okay, hold on.
Are you going to do something sussy?
Maybe.
Please do.
Oh no.
Please
Please do.
do.
Kath loves chaos.
How about what don't?
No, please do.
I don't know if I should.
You should.
Remember,
Hold on just a second. I gotta make a roll. His hands are super numb for 3 hours.
your hands
That's
are numb
fine.
for 3
That's
hours.
fine. I don't need them for this.
Uh
I've already
oh.
used this.
Okay.
I need to real quick see what this effect means again.
Uh huh.
I think Abaddon just gets bored at some points. He's like, all right, what bad decision can I make?
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on, let me see.
DM, he's metagaming on killing himself.
He's
I mean,
trying.
it's not. I don't know if it might help me. Maybe.
How many
but
times
probably
have you been arrested in this campaign so far?
3.
3 times. With every arrest, I get more and more disappointed in Abaddon.
You weren't there for the first 2.
You weren't there for the first 2. No, this is the first one you've seen.
No, this is the second one. I saw you got arrested at the beginning of our.
True. This is the second one.
Yes, this
Yeah.
is true. This is the second one. Yeah.
Is he
Yep.
just gonna? Are you just going to be arrested in every town we go to? Is that your goal?
I try not to.
You're not trying
It's
hard.
just I'm a tiefling. These things are bound to happen.
No, well, hold on just a
You
minute.
can't just pull out the racism
Yeah,
card.
you can't play the race card when you've been arrested twice for being suspicious using magic in town.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do it, Kath.
Okay.
Just because I want to know if he's lying to me.
Sure.
More so, I don't know if this will get him to tell me the truth or not, but I'm going to use an ability I have in my bard. It's called Words of Terror.
Oh God.
Okay.
Once per short rest, while I'm speaking to a humanoid alone for at least a minute.
Does a
I can
dwarf
cause
count
it
as a
to-
humanoid?
Yep. I can cause it to become frightened of me or another creature of my choice if it fails a wisdom saving throw, DC 18, for 1 hour or until its allies are attacked, to dance, whatever. Saving frightening effect. If it succeeds on the saving throw, it's not aware I used it.
You are frightening affecting my guard. Okay.
Wow.
Sure. Let's
Some ideas,
see.
top 10.
Are you?
That's gonna work out well.
Hang on. And it is a what roll?
DC 18 wisdom save.
I should have been in that
Wisdom
room.
saving throw. Shh. Calm down. Hang on.
My aura would have helped him.
It's too late. I'm gonna roll this in game so we all see it
Mhm.
together. I got an 18.
So you passed.
Hey, it's me.
So
So you're not aware that it happens.
So you attempt to do your thing, and the dwarf just kind of looks you up and down and says, "You're staring at me awfully hard. What?"
So I'm just trying to ascertain why you all don't like me so much.
Listen, I'm just here to follow any suspicious behavior. A lot of people were injured today, and thanks to the tall guy, they were not. Nobody perished. So
Yes, of course. Just glad nobody was.
yes, that is
But
good.
you should see who knows how to use tools effectively. I have never used one in my life. It says maybe like a gardening shovel
Uh
a long time ago,
huh.
or cooking utensils. So I don't know who can use them, but that's what I found.
They'll accept that, and obviously just a teeny bit of more back and forth, but you will eventually be let go after
Okay.
a couple hours. So, before your fingers come back, but, probably close to the end.
Fair.
While you are incapacitated, Red, you watch this forge worker a long time. He's not leaving the forge again. The one that Verdant pointed out.
At all?
He does not appear to be. The forge workers weren't leaving the forge originally. If you remember, that's what I said. They were all staying here to help. People are bringing in materials to the forge so that nobody here has to leave.
Okay. So what was it they told me about one of them saying that one left?
Yeah.
Verdant said that one left. You remember that he left at some point early in the morning and then came back. You don't remember if he was holding anything. You just know that he is the only one who left at some point and came back.
Was it? And it was before the incident with the lift.
Correct.
Okay. Gonna go try and figure out what monster this is.
Okay. And we are getting pretty late into the evening, so do we want to pause it here for today and pick up next week when you go talk to the apothecary and Abaddon is released from being incarcerated again?
I'm fine with that.
Wait a second. I'm debating on whether or not to do one more thing. I do have a spell that forces someone to tell the truth.
It also takes some time for you to set it up, and you need very specific material components.
Oh, really? I guess I gotta leave that.
Yeah.
Is it Zone of Truth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That takes a lot of materials and stuff. And you have to coax them into it. Abaddon was actually in a room with that in it. So,
That's pretty cool.
yeah. Cool. Then, Red, when we come back next session, which will be next Tuesday, so everybody listening, we don't have to take every other week anymore unless someone's sick.
Yeah, my D&D game that I was running is come to an end.
Huzzah!
Hey,
Huzzah!
Yeah,
turns out it was me,
I finish
Barry.
every week.
Also, side note, Zone of Truth doesn't actually need materials, it seems. But
well, we can look into that later.
yeah, we'll look into it later.
So thank you everybody so much for joining us. We will come back next week with Red talking to the apothecary man to figure out what the poison was and possibly find out some information about his master. Good night, everybody, and thank you so much for hanging out with us. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.